official.
Little countdown.
It was so
I had a
official.
little time to adjust my bra.
I'm done. Gave you your last little minutes to do your last little thing. All right, so for everybody that's joining us tonight, it is latest night. We got three women guests that's going to discuss a topic or two if we got time for it. So tonight's discussion is going to be: is it okay to check your significant other, your spouse, check their phone, their text messages, email, social media, etc.? So let us know what y'all think about that. So I'm one of your hosts, Shannon. We got Georgie, we got Kalila, and we got our three guests, Rhonda, Jalen, and Belle. And we'll go ahead and start off with a small introduction from them. So we're gonna start with you, Jalen, since you the first one who popped your head in.
Is this music supposed to be playing?
Are you asking me that? My bad. Yeah, no.
Okay, there we go. We're getting it together, y'all.
We got it.
Yes, but hey, everybody, I am Jalen. I'm a Virgo Nation. Virgo.
Woo, woo!
8 week. Listen, it's gonna be a
You
little.
on what, the 13th?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it the 13th?
Yes, ma'am.
Look at, I got a bomb memory, don't I?
Virgo.
Like an elephant.
Like an elephant. She's right.
I am, but I live by church, and we got 4 kids, so you might as well be locked in. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just a mom, a stay-at-home mom, and
Okay. All right, cool. All right. Our next person is Jackie Belle. I'm gonna keep calling you Jackie. I'm sorry.
That's fine. So, yes, I'm Jackie or Belle. I had to switch my nickname because all of my
I already
exes
know.
are married to Jackies. And I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
Damn.
Right, George?
And that's horrible. You always the wrong Jack.
Right? Oh my God.
Actually,
So,
they should make a movie. They should make a
Right,
movie.
Jackies.
Like,
so
they meet the
I'm
right
married.
Jackie afterwards.
Right. I'm finally the right Jackie. My current husband's ex-wife is Jackie. She's the wrong one. So I'm finally the right
Awesome.
one.
Say that.
Right?
Okay.
Finally the right one. Dang. But I still don't want to be called Jackie by him. I'm like, ooh, no.
Right. Yeah, that's a little.
No, thank you. Belle is fine.
Right.
We've been married for about 3 years, and I got 4 kids, and 2 of those are with him. So
Okay.
busy life.
Twins.
Stay-at-home mom too. Woohoo!
Shout out for the stay-at-home mamas.
Yes.
All right, Rhonda, last but not least.
Jealous. I want to be a stay-at-home mom.
oh, you
A
got
little jealous.
No, I agree. I agree with her. You never clock
Well,
out.
I'm not.
That's true.
I'm not far behind y'all. I work from home, so I'm always at home. So even when my kids were out this summer, I was a stay-at-home mom with them while working. But I actually have 5 kids for a little while. I got a new baby next to me and a set of 1-year-old twins plus my kids. I'm single and I absolutely love it. Shannon, don't say nothing because I'm single today. May not be tomorrow.
Okay, I was
Today,
going to say,
I'm
because you
single.
said today.
I was about to let you finish your sentence.
Maybe tomorrow I'll be happily taken again, but today we're gonna stay single.
We're gonna
That's
say,
it.
okay.
Okay.
Hey.
Ain't
Today
nothing
we're
wrong
gonna
with
stay
it.
single.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
I pick and choose my relationship days wisely.
Yep. And I'm Georgia, and I'm single, and I don't want to mingle. Okay. As of the last podcast, we're joining the celibate club. So we don't want to mingle, just single. 2 babies, beautiful babies.
Yes,
And I don't have the luxury of staying at home. I work full time. I take care of people with developmental delays, mental
Ooh,
issues, and all that good stuff. So that's what I do.
Georgia, we need to
wonderful.
talk after this. I got some questions.
You do? What you want to talk about?
No, because one of the kids that I have, I think, has some developmental delays.
Okay. Well, I deal with that like on a personal level. Up here
Right.
too, like we have children that have, you know what I'm saying, and then I work with elderly people that obviously like were born with issues such as. So definitely, any questions? I got you.
you
Got
got
you. I'm gonna inbox you when we get done. Can you go away, please? No, I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh look,
Clearly you wanna
I
do an
just had to beat Duchess out
I'm
of here.
listening to your friend over here in my ear. Look, say hi now. Go away. Bye. Just say
Hey,
hello.
little mama, that's my best friend.
Girl, I'm shooting her
Best
to
friend.
you. Child, I don't even know where your phone is. I didn't put it up, so I know, and I don't know where it's. Here, bye. Bye. Okay, I'm ready now.
Kalila,
No
you want to
kidding.
do a intro?
Hello, everybody. I am Kalila. I go by Pud. According to these two, well, actually, a lot of my family.
Yeah,
a lot
because
of my
we gave
family
her that name.
They have given me so many nicknames throughout the years. So
So many.
it's a handful of them, but the one that has stuck the last decade has been Pud.
It's been
PUD,
20 years. This is
which
20
stands
plus
for
years.
pudding. It's been 20 years since y'all started calling me pudding.
Absolutely.
It's been a lot of them. She's
It's
had
been a lot of
tons of them.
Yeah.
Depending on where we at in our life, a new one will spring up, and that's what she is. And she's always very receiving of these nicknames we give her. Though.
I
So,
don't even think about
at
it.
least she don't turn
She
them
has
down.
no choice. She has
Yeah.
no choice.
Right? She'll never be like, "Don't call me that." We just do it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
The only one I didn't like was Sister Mary Fraser. I did not like that one.
that's
I
how
did
you
not like. I did not like
That's how
Sister
you-
Mary Fraser.
that's how
We
you
was
was-
young.
That's
We was young, y'all. We was like 12, 13, 14. That one stuck for a couple of years, but I was
she the
like,
only 12, 13, 14 that was telling us while we on a stealing mission at the store. God watching y'all. He watching everything y'all doing. Oh, y'all gonna get caught.
Yeah, she
Bruh.
uses bar cover.
We ain't think
But so-
of heaven or none of that right now. We just trying to get these press-on nails and go home. That's
They
all.
won't think about it. But yes,
We
I'm
won't think about that.
I'm 35. I am very happy to be here. I'm the cousin of Sean and George. I am. Did I say I was 35? Okay, I'm 35. I have no children as of yet. I am in a relationship. I do customer service work, onboarding paperwork, and on the side, which I'm actually building right now, is my makeup business. So I'm a makeup artist too. Newly invented
A damn
makeup
good
artist.
one too. A
Yeah.
damn good one too.
So thanks, George. But yeah, that was my news. Like I'm starting to get bookings, so I'm excited about that.
Look at you.
And
What did I freaking tell you? What I
I
tell
got
you?
like 2 bookings today.
See?
And they sent their deposit, so it's legit.
Oh, and they sent their money.
They sent their money, and one of the ladies is actually from Texas, so she
So
gonna
she
be out
coming to
there
you?
doing the photo shoot.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. So,
you.
yeah. So that's me.
You got your,
That's how it connects. That's how it connects. So you do good
Yeah.
with that person. They spread the word and you get
Right.
good clientele. Yeah.
A lot of people come from Texas going to Atlanta, so I try to share it so people hear because they think that Atlanta is like the place to be, and that's where they think they're
It's
supposed
always
to
like
be.
that. Yep.
I don't know
Mhm.
why.
Yeah, Atlanta cool. It's cool. Like once you get here, it's like, oh, okay. I mean, compared to I never liked California. I'm like Southern at heart and spirit. So I
So
could
you
live.
never liked California.
I ain't never liked living in California. I
What
told
cousin
y'all.
is this?
I don't know who the hell she is.
I ain't never liked living
You know
in
that's sacrilege to Shannon, so I don't even know why you're saying that out loud.
Yeah. No, like
She's feeling all kind of ways over there.
We have
I
been
love
born.
visiting.
Look, me, Yolanda, Kalila, Georgie, born and raised in California.
Yes.
Well, I'm not
Mhm.
sure. Rhonda, was you born in California? I thought so.
UCLA back.
We look. You're gonna be like, I was born and raised here, but I ain't never liked California. What?
Well, let me rephrase that. I've never liked living in California. Let me say that. But visiting, I love it. It's a good place to visit. But like the rent, and I'm just more chill, so I connect better with like over here.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
And
the
then
East
like I think Rhonda or somebody was saying like when you become an adult, like you gotta go where the money be at. And that's
Mhm.
one thing I can honestly say
Yeah.
I don't really care about like when it comes to Dayton, Ohio, which is where I reside. I don't see it like really going nowhere. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people keep asking me, like, are you still doing the hair stuff and da 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 da? But I'm just like,
It's very gloomy there.
outside of the gloom, like people don't want to pay for what. Okay, let me not say
Oh
people,
yeah, the
but
mindset.
there are people I'm gonna say don't want to pay for properly for the services. Like you're not getting no weave or no full head of medium knotless braids for no $60. Who is you talking to?
Mhm.
And they be dead ass
Like
too. Like
everywhere over in Texas, they're like that. That's why I dealt with people like this because they would
Right.
pay $300 and $400 for some hair color, and that's all.
I heard the hell out of that.
They for their stuff. But these right here,
Look, high five.
I mean, it's a huge difference going from a big city or a big state like California to a little tiny freaking backyard that is Ohio.
You already know.
It is tiny. So people are like used to that tiny life. And I moved to Texas for about a year and I couldn't do it. I got too used to the small town. So going to San Antonio was too much for me. The traffic, the too many people. I'm like, ooh, I don't like people like this.
And it's too freaking hot down there. I almost died.
I didn't mind the heat. You know, I'm from South America. I got the heat in me. I didn't mind the heat.
Girl,
But I don't like people. I'm like, oh, no.
that's on a whole different level.
Too many of y'all are here.
Send me back to the humidity in Dayton. Send me back quick. I don't want it. I don't like it out here. But Rhonda, you told me though. You said, "Are you ready for the bugs in this heat?" And I said, "Yeah, I can do that."
nah,
Look,
this is different.
I'm a
I mean,
soldier.
this disrespectful heat right here, like the kind
Yeah,
of
Texas is hot.
summer.
Right.
This is real disrespect.
All right. Well, let me go and get my introduction, and then we can go and get into this topic. So, me, of course, I'm Shannon. I am 42 as of Monday.
Just
Labor
made
Day. I don't like you say that out loud, but I look.
And you don't even.
But she looked
it.
good.
Well, thank
She
you. Guys.
looks phenomenal.
Yes, she does.
And she's
Okay,
married.
that's just it.
She does not change either. I've known you for what, 5 years now? She looks the same as she did 5 years
6
ago.
years.
Yeah.
6 years, Jackie.
She's a vampire.
Dude, that's even worse. She still look the same.
I'm telling you,
And I'm a vampire.
she a vampire.
Can't stand her.
She's been looking the same way since she's been an adult. I'm telling you, she's been looking 20 years old since she was 20 years old. She done drank.
What are you drinking? And can I have it, please?
Hi, Sparkles.
Hey.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, but yeah, so I'm married. Dang, it's almost been 8 years. It'll be 8 years in February. 5 kids. Georgie is my sister. Kalila is my first cousin. Jackie is a friend / co-worker. We both have worked at Synchrony. Can I even say that on the air? Take that back. I don't want everybody.
I don't know. You don't want to get in trouble.
They got a lot of guidelines.
Synchronicity. Synchronicity.
Right, take
Synchronicity.
that back.
Synchronicity.
Act like she didn't see it.
Jalen is a friend of mine / what is it? What would you call it? Classmate? We had went to cosmetology school together. And that's my buddy. Also my adopted sis. And then Rhonda, that is my BFF since God damn fourth grade, fifth grade?
Forever.
Fifth grade.
Forever.
All I know is
I
that
think
we
it's
was
been
still probably
a
eating
long
dirt
time.
and stuff at the
That's
time.
Yeah.
It's
Been
been
around my
years.
whole life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Georgie's whole life. So elementary school.
Definitely Lauren's whole life. Yeah, everybody.
Yeah. Lauren was a baby. So yeah. But yeah, so like I said, our topic. Who just asked? Sparkles just asked, what are y'all talking about today? So Sparkles, today we talking about, is it okay to go through your man's phone, his emails, his social media? Lord have mercy. Which one of y'all wants to go first?
Now, when you
That's
said,
what
is
we're
it
talking
okay to your man, like your husband, your boyfriend, your
Boyfriend, somebody you've been pumping on for a month?
Any type of man. Any type
any
of
type of
man. Do you have
relationship
the
you got
right
going on?
to get in there?
Yeah.
Do you
any
got the
type
rights
of-
to get in there?
I don't think so. I have a certain expectation of privacy, and I don't want nobody in my stuff. I'm not doing anything, but I don't want nobody in my stuff. Now, if you say, hey, I need to see your phone for whatever, and something come across the screen, that's on you. But I don't think so. I think we all have that. We all deserve that expectation of privacy. I don't go through James's stuff, and he don't go through mine, but we do use each other's phones. So
Okay.
I don't see where, we don't
Right.
have an issue, but I don't.
So have you ever done it before?
Oh yeah, when I was younger, yeah, I found what I was looking for. That's why I don't even do that.
She said I found what I was looking for.
Always.
Yeah.
Always find what you're looking for.
See?
Always find what you're looking for. Almost all the time. I always find exactly what I think
And
the fuck I'm
then
gonna
some.
find.
And then
You're right.
some.
God darn it.
And then some. Yeah.
Mm,
That's the trick to it. That's the trick to it right there. It's the fact that I'm gonna let y'all go. I ain't gonna get too deep into what I think.
Okay,
but I'm gonna
Jalen,
let y'all go.
what you say, Jalen?
Well, listen, I've been in my relationship for 5 years now. Like I said, we have our own kids, and then we have 2 kids together. And at the beginning, it was a little rocky because we both came from traumatizing past. You know what I mean? So we're both hurt coming in strong. We strong now, but baby, I was seeing some stuff I was not liking, and I was just like, you know what? Get in the shower real quick. Let me go ahead and make sure I wasn't tripping. And I was checking, and I wasn't tripping. So I'm like, baby, listen here. I didn't been saved. I didn't been delivered. You're not about to blame
I
me.
done been saved. No, been done delivered.
That help up? Go. Peace, because I'm not wasting no more time. Okay? I had to let them know. Like, listen, I don't care for that. If it was me, trust and believe, you would have been to left me 2 seconds ago. So we ain't about to. So either get right or get left. Period.
Right.
Period.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But I don't do it no more because
I don't do it no more.
I don't do it no more.
I think it's a habit that is really hard to break. Now,
Yeah.
I also come from very toxic relationships prior to my husband right now, and we know when something is happening. I don't care what nobody says. We do have that sixth sense where we know. If I'm checking your phone, it's not because I'm just want to be snoopy. It's because I know something's up. Now,
Yep.
Now, I understand that people say, oh, privacy. And I'm like, but, I'm only going to give you privacy if you're just my boyfriend. Because you don't care really much about me and I don't care about you. So we're just, if we're just F buddies, we're all adults here. So if we're just F buddies, you do you, I do me. Who cares, right? Why are you on my phone? Why am I on yours?
Yeah.
But right now with my husband, I'm like, why are you putting your phone away? Why are you locking it? So I feel like if there is a relationship where you're past boyfriend and girlfriend, past just fucking around, and you're in a stable relationship where you're the husband, you're his wife, you're together. Why are you locking yourself up? You know what I mean?
Right.
What do you mean privacy? You're been all up on my vagina, my a-hole. I'm like, you went off in there. Privacy. Right out the window 3 kids ago. There's no privacy.
We ain't got no secrets at that point.
There's no privacy anymore. So if we're just boyfriend and girlfriend, yes, I believe that there is such thing as privacy. But when you're married, you've been married for 5 years, if you're still locking that phone and I don't have the password, something's going on.
Exactly.
So now my husband and I do have passwords on our phone, but it's because we got no kids. We don't want them seeing the pictures that we send to each other.
Right.
You got some naughty stuff in there.
I mean, I get it. That was what prompted me to put a passcode on my phone prior to my daughter having her own phone. I'd wake up and my phone be in her room with her, and she'd be all in my stuff. So that's what prompted me to have. Yes, I would wake up and she'd be in her room on my phone. I'd be like, okay, look, we got to set a password on this because I got things going on. Okay, I got real things going on. My opinion. I'll go ahead and jump in since I was just talking.
Yeah,
okay, first of all, I too have had very toxic relationships in the past. With a relationship with my son's dad. It was so bad that like anytime I would go into the phone, it was always something. So like it became almost like an obsession for me, which is still part of the toxic. It's part of the toxic part. Like where it became a game. Like okay, as soon as he falls asleep, I'm gonna go through there. I know I'm gonna find something. We're gonna argue about it, and then I'm gonna do the same shit in 2 days. And I'm gonna go through the phone again. It's gonna still put some shit in there, and then we're gonna argue about it. And then we'll do this again. So it became like an obsession. And I would like drive myself crazy with these things. So I told myself going forward that I would not do it. But I have. So let me tell y'all what. So in my opinion, I believe that men have a job as well as women do. If you're gonna be in a relationship with them, you have a job to make me feel secure. You know what I mean? You have a job to make me feel safe and secure. You know what I mean? In my position. So like Jackie was just saying, if something's off, and us as women, we typically have the female intuition that's kind of telling us like, hey, something ain't right, things ain't right, he ain't coming home, he locking up the phone, he real secretive, that type of stuff, then that's gonna prompt me to want to see, because look, at the end of the day, the phone is the tell-all be-all. Once you get into that motherfucker, all the secrets is unlocked. For whatever reason, all your secrets is in the phone. So it's just like, as much as I don't want to invade your privacy, but if I'm feeling like, you know what I'm saying, like something up and something going on and you're not telling me what's going on, then I'm going to have to do my Inspector Gadget, Dora the Explorer type activities, get my backpack and my map, and go on this motherfucking excursion. And we're going to get to the bottom of this.
Heck yeah.
Go on that excursion.
And just like you said, it's true. Like I feel like when you are part of a relationship, it is your job to make sure that the other person is secure. You are 100% of that. And if my partner knows that I come from a relationship where I've been cheated on, where the guys have been hiding their phones, where they have been stepping out, I'm going to the store. Yeah, the store. If you already know that I already have that in me, and it's an issue for me, I understand I'm the one who have to work on that, but it goes both ways. You have to make me feel that I can breathe, that I don't have to go panicky on your phone and be like, what am I going to find here? I don't like that feeling. We don't like that feeling. None of us do. It's not like we wake up the day off and like, today I just want to be a bitch and go over his phone and go yell at his ass because that's what I want to do. We don't want to do that. We want to feel loved and we want to feel taken care of. And if you're hiding your phone, trust me, I'm not going to feel taken care of. I'm not going to feel loved. I'm not going to feel secure. If anything, I'm gonna feel like you're doing something you're not supposed to. And it could be that he just was looking at a recipe that he didn't want me to know he was looking at. But I'm like, then why not just say, no, babe, I'm just looking over the phone over here on Facebook or TikTok or whatever. I'm like, you can see women shaking their ass. I see plenty of abs too. Trust me.
Say that. Say
My
that.
TikTok has plenty of sexy men on it. I'm like, it's normal. I'm not saying don't do that. But if you're talking, if you're talking and you're saying, oh yeah, you look so hot. I'm like, that's a whole different level there, bud. I'm like, you're going too much.
Listen, my whole previous relationship ended over me going through a phone. Okay, like that's how deep it is. These phones, goddamn it. Okay, listen, the whole relationship pulled the plug because of what was in the phone. Okay, so like it was deep, but it was the same thing. It was like those are friends. I don't know them in real life, all that type of stuff. But the things that you're saying to these women are not friendly. When I check on my guy friends, it'd be like, how your mama doing? Is your grandma still alive? How's your kids' basketball game go? That's my conversations. It's not, good morning, King. That dick look good. Send me a picture.
Right.
I'm swapping phones now. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's
not your friend. That ain't your friend. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely have been through that. But look, the thing that prompted it was I really was trying not to go through his phone. I really wasn't. But what happened was he fell asleep with the phone wide open. Okay. And some female got the calling back to back to back. And then she started shooting messages through. And now you left your phone open. You did that. So I'm just looking at it. Okay. Now I ain't dumb, so I ain't gonna play dumb and act like I ain't blind. I ain't Ray Charles. I can see, so I ain't gonna act like I ain't see what I saw. I seen it. I saw it.
I see what I saw.
Now I'm mad. I seen it. I saw it. Now I'm mad.
Yeah, that was my first relationship. My ex-husband. He was sending pictures of his dick, and she was sending pictures of her tits. And he's like, "Oh, we're just friends." I'm like, "Oh, so how would you feel if I send a picture of my tits to another guy? We're just friends. How is that okay? Oh, because you're not fucking. I'm sorry. I don't care if you're not fucking. If you're sending a picture of your dick, that's just the same shit to me. That's the same thing to me.
Same thing.
That's
as good as cheating to me. That's as good as cheating to me.
You already cheated.
And then you got the audacity to try to tell me it's just a friend. You really think I'm stupid? Right. Come on now.
I turned it on you. It's your fault for being so neurotic. I'm like, I'm not neurotic. I just have to see a picture.
Right.
I have seen a dick pic and a spare phone, and I'm just like, I know you use the spare phone for internet, so if this picture ain't coming into me, bitch, who?
You said a dick or a tit?
His penis, honey.
Oh,
and his spare phone.
Okay.
In the spare phone, but it was under like the downloaded, like in the downloaded area, like he saved it in a different file or something. And I'm just like, this didn't come to me, so who did it go to? Don't play with me. I'll cut that motherfucker off and put it in your stew bag.
Say that. See, they don't be wanting to play them games for real. They don't want to play them games for real. And to piggyback off of what Jackie just said, as far as the question of if we were to do it, how they would feel, they'd be crushed, they'd be weak, and they'd be ready to walk off somewhere.
We will be hoes.
They could dish it out, but they can't never take it.
Yeah,
they can never take it.
Oh yeah, because I said, baby, if I do it, I'm gonna do it good. Okay.
It ain't gonna be just a picture, right?
Hey, you will be right.
I'm gonna send some videos and some more shit.
Okay. I'm gonna leave all stuff. Okay.
And this is what I was about to say to that point, is because I don't know, they have to know, but I don't know if they realize how much we pass dick up on the daily. Like, do you really look? Everybody's in the answer. Do they know?
I done have
playing, and
They
he over here
don't get
Bruh.
that. They don't get that.
I
I'm
do.
like,
I
I
got no
chose
business
you,
thank you.
motherfucker. I chose you. It's the other way around. I
You
had
hear
my
me?
pick of the damn
She right.
litter. I chose you.
I
Man,
had a man
listen.
tell me because it was some like when I got in a relationship, it was some dudes who like deleted and blocked me off Facebook. He gonna tell me why would I do that in case y'all break up?
What?
So you just sitting there, you know what I mean? He was like, you still fuck me. People in your inbox and all type of stuff. Like what's going on here?
Mm.
Yep, I got
These
one
men
like
be
that. He hit me up
bold.
on
They really
Snapchat
are
every
You know,
time he
bold.
thinks I'm single.
I don't
Exactly.
care if someone is inboxing my husband, as long as he doesn't fucking reply. They can
And the
tell
way
him
he
anything
replied.
and everything. They can say,
Or if he
"Man, I wish you."
if he
They can say
hard,
whatever they want. That doesn't bother me. I'm like, "Oh yeah, he's mine. I don't care."
yeah. But
Right.
But if he feels the need to reply to that, "Oh, I want to see your dick," with, "Ooh, so what would you like to see?" And I'm like, "No, motherfucker, not you fucked up."
You saying the
Right.
wrong shit. You saying the wrong shit.
Because I
See,
get guys on my freaking DMs all the time, like, "Man, you look
yeah,
fine. Did you break up with your
look,
husband yet?" I mean, all the time. I don't answer. I'm like, just
yeah,
delete
they
that shit or
ask
do.
you, are
I
you
think
still in a
that
relationship?
I think that we said this before amongst us, Shannon and Kalila, where we was talking about for women, like I think that they don't realize that, but they really should know this. Like for number one, goddamn any female with a pussy gonna get an inbox because that's all it takes for real. Like let's just be real. Okay? So like
Yes.
that's all it takes. But then you add the fact that we cute too. You feel me? Cute with some little personalities.
we
You
cute
best
too.
believe they all up in there. But you know what I'm saying? Like I had to explain that to the ex. I'm like, what do you think has been the fuck going on? Did you think what? Did I just get with you and get ugly or unattractive? Please.
Right, you got
The same
ugly when
thing you
got
see
with
other
him.
people see too. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I had to explain
Right.
that to him. Like I shut people down. That's the difference between me and you. I shut shit down. Hey, no, I'm cool right now. I'm dealing with somebody. I'm talking to somebody. I hope all is well with you and your life and your family, your kids, and all that shit. I can't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm
Shut it down
saying?
quick.
You gotta
Yeah,
shut it
like
down
we're
quick.
the
I'm not
first
gonna
one.
entertain it.
Right, we're the first one to show the ring. You know what I mean? Like when we're married, we're the first one to show the ring. While
Right.
men are like, "My ring is where?"
Right. Right.
Damn care.
But you
Just
know
start
what?
grabbing your hand so that the dude gets the point. I'm like, "Dude, I'm married." Like, step away.
Yeah.
Be happy to say, I'm in a relationship.
I'm in a relationship.
Exactly. I'm like, we immediately tell that. You know, we got somebody coming over. You know,
It's a
we're at the
badge of
bar. We're
honor.
with some
It's a badge
girls.
of honor.
Like, happily taken. Thank you, though. I will take that
Happily
drink,
taken.
though. Thank you.
But that's the difference. When we're content, we're content. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the difference too. Like when we're with somebody and we happy, I think we be
Yeah.
cool with that. But it just seems like with men, I'm not gonna speak for all men, but with a lot of men, it just seems like even if they got a woman that's solid, that's you know what I mean, a hard worker, motivated, take care of
The
herself, or
more
business, all that.
solid the woman is, I swear, the worse that they are. You know, when they're dicks, regardless of what kind of woman they got. You are 100% on that shit. 100%.
It's an ego thing. It's definitely like an
Like they have
ego
to
thing.
prove
But I
that
think
they're
like
men still. I'm like, nobody's forgotten you got a dick between your legs.
that's the part right there. That's the part right there. Anything
It's like they just
go
gotta
out there and
prove.
somebody biting, they feel accomplished. You know what I'm saying? Any little attention the female give them, they jumping up and down like a fucking 5-year-old.
Exactly.
Sit your big ass down just because somebody said hi. You all happy?
Right.
Calm the fuck down.
To you all the damn time, you should feel honored. You should feel honored that I'm saying good morning to you. And you know,
It's so crazy.
yeah, and it doesn't matter what you do because you can be the girl who's having sex with a guy 3 times a day, every damn day. You can suck his dick every other day. You can make sure that he's had home cooked meal, full laundry, you know, freaking iron clothes. Like you can do everything. And the minute some ugly bitch, because it's always a ugly bitch too. She just looks at him. He's like, oh,
But it don't be matter.
I gotta
It don't be
go.
matter.
She said, I
It don't be
gotta
matter.
go.
That's what I said before. If it has a pussy, it'll do.
It'll
If it
do.
has a pussy, it'll do.
Besides the BBLs and stuff, that's usually the sign. Oh, she got a nice
It don't even
BBL.
be a BBL necessarily. It can be a trash
Anything.
monster. It don't even
Look,
Honestly.
I ain't even gonna go into what my ex ended up with because these characters are straight out of the Disney movies on God now.
You talking
like
about
that,
real
what's that
Okay,
little,
so
that mucinex mucus ball, it be looking like that. And you gonna go and
a few recent, all the way to baby daddies, all of them. Like I don't think they upgraded. I don't think nobody upgraded, but maybe that's just the cockiness in me. But I don't think nobody went up.
dude,
Yeah.
Ain't nobody went up the
definitely
ladder.
upgrade. You
What y'all
definitely
think?
upgrade.
It usually
They
be the
climb it
tip
down.
drills.
They climb it down.
Anything to fill that void.
Look,
That's
what y'all
sad.
think?
Man.
It usually be the tip drills, huh? No.
Yep. You absolutely
That's what
right.
it
So
be
Pooh,
about.
what's your take on the going through the phone?
You ever been to Chris's phone?
Don't shit nod your head shy.
Yeah. Is he close to
Oh,
you?
by the way,
Is
she
he close?
has a Chris too.
That look like
Her boyfriend's name is
defense
Chris.
right there.
It was the way
he in
she
the
did it.
room.
He must be watching.
Okay.
Is he watching?
I don't think so. I think he's asleep. So okay, I'm gonna be real. I'm the type like I'm not finna be like, oh, let me, you know what I mean? Like if he in the bathroom, let me grab the phone, right? And let me put in whatever. And he don't even got no passcode on his phone. But with him,
I
he's
like
a hard.
it. That's it.
He's a hard sleeper too, so it's real easy. But
Damn, Debbie. You got it made.
He almost can't do shit.
I'm talking about hard sleep. But no, honestly though, I'm the type I'm not finna intentionally go through the phone. Have I had the thoughts? Yes, I have. But I'm more so like nosy. So if something pop up on there, I ain't gonna lie, my eyes gonna go over, and they have. And one time, it was a girl who said, "Hey, what are you saying hey for?" Because every guy that inbox me, hey, is somebody who wants some. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
had to have it out or whatever. And it wasn't
Was it like an ex or something like that?
Yeah,
Oh,
somebody.
yeah, that's even worse.
Yeah, was used to. You know how it go. Like if you single, well, Shana, you ain't been in the dating scene in a long time.
Oh gosh, don't remind her.
Like today in the dating scene is constant, social media, inboxing, what you doing? Hey, I come through. If they inbox you, hey, or the eyes, the little two eyes or something, then that's, you know what I mean? That's like, oh, okay, finna link or whatever. So when I saw that, she said, hey, who is this? And she was cute. She was cute and heavy set too, so I already know your type. You know what I mean? I already know your type, So he was snoring in the bed, and I said, Chris.
Did you pop him? You really popped him for real?
I said, Chris. I said, who is that? So he didn't woke up cockeyed.
You said he woke up cockeyed. You didn't
rattled him.
He tried to get his
caught him off guard. You rattled him.
He was sleep. He was sleep. He's like, what are you talking about? But we hashed it out. But that's what I have to break, and it's gotten a lot better. But I'm not finna intentionally go through your phone. Like today, I was on his computer. You feel what I'm saying? And there was some things that popped up. Like I was going into my email, and his email popped up, and I was like this the whole time, trying not to look at it because I'm trying to practice.
You're trying to do better, right?
You know what I mean? Like like I said, I'm not going to intentionally do it, but if it pops up, I'm a peep. You know what I mean?
It's already
just because, yeah, I'm not going to intentionally, unless I'm really for real. I think it's okay to answer the question. if you and your spirit just feel something is off. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like I got that right. And I feel
Mhm.
like every woman or man got that right too. If you feel like somebody playing you, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Look in that phone. Forget about your privacy. You didn't care about my privacy and heart and stuff.
Right.
What you doing? What you
Right.
doing?
Say that.
So yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with it if you are really feeling something in your spirit. But here's the other side, and I'm gonna close out. I'm gonna close out. But here's the other side. If you are very insecure, I don't think it's cool.
Yeah.
Because we know when we battle insecurity. I just had not me, but I know of a situation like that of two very close friends I have, and their relationship didn't last because both of them was battling their own trust issues. And
Mhm.
they allow, you feel what I'm saying? They allow social media, not
To
facts,
interfere.
social media to break them up. You feel what I'm saying? But there's no facts here. So if you battling with your, like somebody had said earlier, with the trauma from the last relationship and stuff like that, you probably want to get you some help. You know what I mean? Because your mind will play tricks on you, and that person
Yeah.
won't even
And
be
it
doing
does.
nothing.
And it
But
does
it
because
also depends on the person also because we both were toxic at first, but we
Hmm.
grew to understand one another. We grew to
Yeah.
learn one another's love language. You know what I mean? So it also depends on if you want that person and you know it's gonna work for you, you're gonna do whatever you gotta do in order for it to work. Now, if you're
Okay.
staying in that mind frame of this bitch did this or this nigga did that or oh
Yeah,
my god,
constantly. Like,
it
man,
won't
that's
work.
torment.
yeah, you
Yeah.
It won't
can't
work.
batter the person either if they
Yeah,
haven't given you a reason to.
that's
Now,
torment.
right. Now, the
Mhm.
thing is, I think that you have to know if this is a lasting relationship or not. Because
Yeah.
if you're just starting, and yes, I am an insecure person. I am 100% insecure person. But at
Hmm.
the beginning is the hardest part of any relationship, regardless, right? Because that's
Right,
when you're getting
right.
to know each other. That's when
Yep,
you're
it is.
building the freaking foundation. So
Yeah.
if neither one of us wants to put the effort to understand the other and start learning from each other, that foundation ain't
Mhm.
gonna grow. It's just gonna end.
Right.
That's
And if
true.
a guy is not invested in you, where he doesn't
Mhm.
appreciate who you are, who you could be in his life, the minute you start suspecting things, even if it's just you making shit in your head, he's gonna be like, I'm stepping out. I can't be in this kind of relationship. Which is why those of us who are insecure, our
That's
relationships tend to
crazy
end
you
so
said
fast.
that. That's crazy you said that because, like I said, I know the people, and that's exactly what he
It
said.
ends
And
fast
then
because
I
the
was
person
like,
who's
but you don't even
insecure,
know. You don't even know what she, if she did anything, so you just gonna drop the whole thing because of your
yeah,
mind.
yeah,
You
Right.
know what I mean?
yeah,
So
it
yeah,
just
that's
Yeah.
happens.
crazy.
And it creates a lot of fighting. So,
Yep.
like I said at the beginning, it depends on what kind of relationship you got. Because if you're
Mhm.
not invested in that person, and you know for a fact that that person's not invested in you, don't even go over the phone. Just break it up. Because you
Mhm.
already
Right.
feel that he doesn't respect you. You already
Mhm.
feel he's not there for you. He doesn't care about your. He already knows your past. He already knows you're dealing with this, and he doesn't give a crap. Girl, just break it up. Just,
Yeah.
just get
Girl,
rid of
fuck
that
him.
relationship. Yes,
Say
you.
fuck him.
There is way too many men in this world. Just send them
Right.
away and keep on
These are
going, girl.
words
Keep on
to live
moving.
by from your
Yeah,
auntie
And
and
Georgia.
then that insecurity is sabotage too, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
it
know what I
does.
mean? It really sabotage for real.
Hmm.
So yeah.
like with me, I had a
Yeah, that
situation.
doesn't.
What was
It
you?
doesn't. Oh,
No,
Jalen,
Jalen
Come
was
go
saying
ahead,
on,
baby.
something
her
before
little,
you
her little
started.
cute
Oh,
raspy
sorry,
voice.
sorry.
That's all.
You said her little cute raspy voice.
Thank you,
Man
thank
didn't even hear her starting.
I know.
you. But
Come
no,
on, girl.
I had a situation where when I was pregnant with Riley and I was living with him in his house, um, I had some cousins that lived. And with me, mind you, if I want to take something from you, baby, I got your social, I got about your birthday. I know everything about you. I do that. So I had a cousin who had broke into our place when we weren't home. And so he thought that I had set it up. And so I was going on. I was like, for one, he only took a few items. They didn't even take the big stuff.
Sound like the volume going in and out.
Can you hear me?
It's like real low.
Hold on. Can you hear me now, baby?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just gotta tell him that she was about to end it because she thought that I set it up. You know what I mean? But I was like, baby, I met Carmen before, and I don't want to meet that old again. Okay.
Right.
I wouldn't dare take anything from you. Okay. I didn't even know nothing about it, and I didn't cut this family member off. You know what I mean? So we even though your mind told you to leave me, you would have been a dumb fool to leave because I ain't had shit to do with it. So yeah, it all depends on that mind frame when it comes down to any and everything. So
Yeah.
but
So we got a comment here real quick before you go, George. This is from Sparkles. It says, my spouse went through my phone, and even though I had nothing to hide, he found a pic of me in my 20s doing something grown, and all hell broke loose, literally.
But why would it?
See,
I mean, if you're in your
that's something
20s,
else.
that's past though.
That's something
That
else.
shouldn't.
That's something else. I think that all right, now, first of all, okay, all right. Okay, now you said, I'm trying to grab this up real quick. All right, you said your spouse. So if this is somebody that you're currently with, I hope that y'all have dealt with some shit, because wherever he was at in this particular moment, that wasn't a mentally stable human being. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Anybody that got enough going on up here gonna have the mental capacity to understand that this was long before them. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck can you do about whatever happened before? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so some shit just be like, he really, like, something really wrong up here for him to blow it out the water like that. You know what I'm saying? So he might need to go lay on somebody's couch. Now, I'm always sending people to folks' couches because couches are necessary. He may need to go lay on somebody's couch because that sounds like a really deep insecurity within himself. He went looking for something. He couldn't find nothing, so he had to make something because he wanted something so bad. He wanted something so bad he had to make something out of completely nothing.
just so
Okay,
he can do something,
girl.
or just whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if, like I said, if you still with him, hopefully y'all have worked past this, because that's different. That's different. You know what I mean? Like, if I had just took a picture last week or something, all right, we got something to probably talk about. But if you see a picture of me from like when I was 18, 19, 20, before I met my baby's daddy, this kid ain't even your fucking kid.
You can't blame me for what I did when I was a teenager, damn.
I was in the club working.
I ain't responsible for none of that crap. What are you talking about?
That? What, are you mad that I have kids too? Because I was fucking. Hey, I lost my Virginia court. You mad at him too? You ain't mad at everybody, everything, and everybody.
You mad at everybody. You mad at everybody that took you down.
Now, I do have something to add to that, though. On the opposite end of that spectrum, I'm going to play devil's advocate right here. What if what you saw has to do with the person's character? Not necessarily what exactly they were doing, but them as their characters. Like, I had a relationship where the guy had an open kind of marriage.
Okay.
So my thing was like, do they expect me to have that same kind of relationship? That's kind of triggering something. I'm like, that's a big red flag for me, because I'm like, I'm not an open relationship kind of girl.
Right.
I like to be the one and only pussy you're gonna eat. Just be involving anybody else in this thing.
Say that in the groceries, baby.
That's my Venezuelan twin, y'all. That's my Venezuelan twin.
She a spicy little Latina.
Thanks.
So that I had an issue with that. Not that he did what he did, but I'm like, now, fine, you did what you did. Are you expecting me to do that too? Because that ain't gonna work. Now that is when I say
No.
it's a little different. I think all of it, going through somebody's phone, has its negative parts and its positive parts, because you have to understand you're two different people regardless of who you are, you know, how long you've been together or whatever. You're your own individual person. At the end of the day, you have to know who you are and what you're willing to do, and you also have to know what does your partner want and what he's willing to do as well. So I'm like, in that regard, what is it that he saw that he was like, what the fuck were you doing? You know what I mean? Like, what is it that he saw? Did he see you drinking or smoking weed? I'm like, dude, whatever. That's
I got
past.
something for that.
Did you
too,
see
but
me with
Khalil
some
look like
guy
she ready to
blowing
speak.
him? Again, that's the past. I'm blowing you now, you know. But in it's a whole different story.
I hear you, Jackie.
Let me
Khalil,
ask
go
y'all
ahead.
real quick. Okay, let me ask y'all real quick. So this is kind of in the same field too, with social media, because I know we talking about phones, but the other branch off is social media. So what if y'all scrolling social media and you see a female that comments on your spouse's, your partner's picture, like complimenting him, you know what I mean? And he loves it. Like, you know how you got the little where you can love it, like it,
No,
care.
right. Is it the same female every time?
Yeah.
And is he only
I always go through them all.
loving her?
I always go through them all. It's a mission.
I'm gonna give you a number of times. What if it's been like 3 or 4 times and he don't comment, but he
But
loves
he puts out, something's going on. Something's going on. My little antenna is up.
Okay.
He
Now,
loves everybody else's comment as well.
Oh, then no. Then no. If he's putting everybody the same, she's not standing out. If she's standing out, all the 4 different pictures or the 4 different comments, and he's only loving hers,
then I'm
motherfucker,
gonna
what
go
you
in there
doing?
and comment. I'm gonna go in there and
Xander
comment
said
too.
she's
Like,
going to comment.
And we track that type of shit.
I'm
We
aggressive.
track that type of
So
stuff.
I'll be like,
We
oh,
roll-
puppy,
I
you're so
pay attention to all of
great.
that.
What if he comment and say, "Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that."
Why does he have to add the
No.
sweetheart to it? I'm a jealous
No.
bitch.
No,
that ain't no hard
No.
for real.
Why you gotta add the
No.
sweetheart too?
That ain't no harm for real because I call
Thank you to
everybody baby.
suffice.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
that's
Jay,
what I'm saying.
yeah,
Go
Jay
ahead,
was
Jay.
right. Like some people kind of just talk like that. I don't know if there's just like a flirtatious thing.
But you know your partner. You know your
Yeah,
partner. I know
was
my
gonna
husband for a
say,
fact
you know-
don't comment on nobody ever.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
Never.
know who you know your person. You know how they talk.
Exactly.
So you never
It
say
makes it's
baby,
different.
you never
For
say
example, my
girl.
husband, he doesn't comment on anything. People can send him 50 messages on his birthday. He doesn't even put a like on any of them. So I already know who he is, right?
Right.
Let's say next year comes his 41st birthday, and this little bitch comes and puts something on his Facebook, and then he puts a heart to it. I'm like, motherfucker, what you doing? We've been together for 5 years, and never have you commented on anybody. What is going on?
His
we
routine
know what's up.
His routine is changing.
Yeah, it's the routine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
like
you
I
know
already
him,
know
then
who
you
they
know
are.
things that are gonna stand out.
Yeah.
Uh-huh,
You don't know things that
exactly.
are gonna stand out and things that don't look right. We always know in our core, in our spirit. The Lord
Mhm.
blessed us this way. Don't argue with me. Argue with God. He blessed
He
us
knew
this
what
way.
he did when he
There is
created
something
men.
inside of us that is connected, and we can sense things when shit's off and when shit stinks. We always do.
Mhm.
Now, whether we do something about it or not, now that just depends on the woman that you are and what stage of life you in. But we got the fucking understand. We know when something up. A bitch ain't just flat out dumb. It be
Well, I'm
hard.
saying, like, in
Especially when that
reality,
routine
in
changes.
reality, how many times have we been wrong? You feel what I'm saying? Like if you just do, you can
I
do your
don't
own
be-
thing.
5-0, I have to say.
Half and half.
5-0.
Jay,
Every
listen,
time it's been accurate.
half and half.
Half and half with me because sometimes I am the type of person and I hate things about myself and I'm an adult. I can admit that sometimes I create situations in my head like what's going on? Oh,
Well, at least
you know,
you can
I
admit
feel like this is going on, and
Right.
then I fact check, and then I'm like, all right, my bad, I'm wrong. But if I feel and it was right, oh, it's on the popping, baby.
It's on the
See,
popping.
I'm so
Yeah.
this is sad, but I'm
Yeah.
so toxic. I already do my fact checking before I come to him.
He said
I
she's
be
so
already
toxic.
needing my little receipts too, because when
I
I
don't
come
just-
to you, I'm gonna need you
It's
to
because
not be
I
able to
already
deny
know.
shit.
There's already
I already
facts.
know.
Same. I'm
When
the
I
same.
get to
I
you,
don't
I
just
already know.
yeah, I don't just go and yell at
I
you
already
like,
know.
oh, I just saw this.
You gonna fill in little bitty
Yeah.
blanks. That's it. That's the only thing I'm gonna need
Right.
you for. But I'm already know the major details and shit already gonna be already done. I already know it.
I'm giving you a
I'm just
chance.
coming
When
to
I
you to
say
see if you gonna
so,
lie with you is.
No, I just said that because I had a moment where I had seen, something like, oh, bring me a plate. I'm at the studio, whatever. And so I'm up here like, bitch, the only motherfucker that's supposed to be cooking for you is me. So who's bringing you a plate at this time of night?
Oh, somebody's bringing him a plate.
He was asked for like, oh, damn, that look good. You should bring me a plate. I'm like,
Do you think that's fightable though?
I said, what time is it? He was like, babe, it wasn't even da da da. And I was just like, you know what? Fix it. Because listen, if that food go down your throat, something else gonna go down. So
Yeah, then I couldn't do that one.
So y'all wouldn't want y'all to
See,
like.
If he asked another bitch to
This
bring
is
him a
different.
plate,
it was
This
a
is
label
different.
mate. Like, whoa, somebody in the same type of music.
well then yeah, is it somebody that I'm cool with? See that matters too. If it's
Yeah,
somebody
but you know
I'm cool
what?
with.
And I could be wrong on this. But it could be also my background. I'm Hispanic, you guys know. So it could be the type of people that we are.
Down.
Now, we as Hispanic women,
Yeah.
we know we don't even look at our best friend's men. We are like, hey, dude, how are you? Like, we know we keep our eyes down here. We don't look eye level. But that's how we grew up. You know what I mean? Like, we are the main woman. Ain't nobody going to be looking at my man. So
Right. Or
I already know that if my best friend is being too friendly, I'm like, why are you being so friendly?
Yeah.
I want you guys to get along, but why the fuck are you being so friendly about it? Like, why are you making my man
right.
some
Don't
play?
be calling my man friend. Talking about some hey friend.
See?
I'm like, hold on a minute. Hey, I'm your friend. Make me a plate. Why are you making my husband a plate?
Okay,
Right.
baby,
Don't make my husband no
Don't
plate.
make my husband a plate. Do not even
And
look
see,
at my
that's
husband.
kind of that's overstepping a boundary right there. Don't make my man's play. Like that's what you're not gonna do.
I feel like that is way over the line. I'm like, we know the
That's
way to the
muscle
man's
mind.
heart is through their fucking stomach. Do not touch my man's food.
I mean,
Okay.
right. Like if I'm there, as far as him asking for a plate somewhere, it's different if we chilling, it's late. Now a lot of people in Dayton, they sell food. A lot of people from their houses
Yeah.
sell food, shit like that.
Yeah,
So if
they
he
do.
gotta lean
They
over,
do.
be like, so and so got a plate, you want one? All right, cool, let's get
But
that.
he's
That's
buying it. That's
know
a
what I'm
different
saying? But
story.
Yeah, that's
And he's
yeah,
saying,
that's a
do
different
we
story.
want one? He's including
But
you
we
in it.
were
That's a whole different story. You
we
know.
were in two different spots. Like we weren't in the same location at the time. So I'm like, okay.
See?
But I'm just like,
Oh,
listen.
okay.
But you was ready to blow it. You was ready to blow it, and so that was the time where your antennas was off a little bit because it wasn't nothing.
Okay.
Is that what you was saying?
But no, it
Yeah.
wasn't nothing. But I'm just like, What time is it? What time? No, we ain't doing it.
Oh, I'm also the same one who's like, if it's past 10 p.m., you should not be texting nobody.
Yeah, I'm
I
big
agree.
on that.
You
because
should be not
just-
texting or calling or nothing. You can wait till business hours.
Yeah.
I'm in
And that's
agreement.
Monday to
I'm
Friday.
in agreement.
Monday to Friday. Ain't nobody texting on the weekend. What the hell?
What time is Red's business hours?
Banking hours only.
9 to 5.
Banking hours. If the banks are
thought
closed, you ain't got no business.
Exactly. I thought that I was the only one that felt like that because I be so like
No.
it's like
No.
No.
It's disrespectful
No,
to the
nobody
female. Like,
calling you at no 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in no damn morning. Like,
it ain't that
y'all
like
make
this
except your
thing.
mama.
Nothing ever good happens after 12 a.m. Nothing
Right.
good
Right.
ever.
Okay, well let me ask y'all this. With y'all trip, and I think I talked to Georgie and Shannon about this. Y'all, I don't know if y'all remember. But what if a female, like a real close friend of the family, or a relative that's a female, opposite sex, and you look up and she done went to the store with your man?
Relative, I don't care.
Like she went to Walmart or something like that with him.
Relative, like a cousin or relative, I don't care. I don't care. Relatives are cool.
Okay.
Friend of the
Ain't
family, oh
nobody
hell
said
no.
nothing to me. Ain't nobody ran it by me. Ain't nobody said nothing to me about it first.
Didn't run it
I
by
just
her,
looked up
just
and
like,
it was
oh,
gone.
okay, you run it to Walmart, I'ma hop in the car.
I don't really think
You know, I have a hard time with that one because I've never been in that scenario. So I'm like,
I had a friend of mine who checked me on that.
Oh,
And we was close.
I don't
like,
know.
oh,
I think I might be all right with that.
I think so too.
I think I might be okay with that. I think I
A
might be all right with
cousin,
that.
yeah, I don't care. Now, if it's just a friend of the family that they believe is family, I'm like, oh hell no, there ain't no blood relation between y'all. That ain't gonna work with me.
Right.
Like,
So if it's
she was
a cousin of
upset 'cause I didn't
yours,
run it past her. She was upset because I didn't run it past her.
see, that's what so when you had ran this by us before and you were saying that, you guys was really close as friends. Like, say for instance, I know Yolanda's not on here right now, but if it was like Yolanda and Chris, I know I wouldn't have no issue.
Yeah.
I know her and I know him.
but you've known her for like
Exactly.
know her,
And
know
that's
her,
what
and she knows you so well too. So she knows
all
what
three
the
of us
boundaries
knew each
are.
other. All three of us knew each other like for a long time, and I was living with them at the time.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't. That was too much.
Insecurities. It was probably just her insecurity.
Her insecurity.
It was her
Yeah.
insecurity. Because that don't really make no sense. And then, like, we know you. We know your.
Yeah.
Anybody know you know your character. So, like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
You know the bitches.
Now, are you and
slick
him
know the bitches.
family, or do you guys care about each other like family?
We was like church family. So church, like when you in the church and it's church family, like y'all be like family. You know what I mean?
Okay,
so
the only reason I
weird.
ask this is because we know that behind closed doors is a whole different relationship that people got, right?
Mhm.
We don't know what he said to her. Like, I'm going to give you this example. My ex-husband, the first man I married, I have no feelings for that man. I don't even know how the hell I married him, but I did. But I have no feelings, zero feelings for that man. He's a great dad. Yeah. I only text him maybe once a week to check on my kid. Other than that, I really don't check on him. I just talk to my son directly.
Yeah.
But only one time he told his new wife, now they've been together for about 7 years now, but he told his fiance at a time that the only woman he's ever loved is me. So she cannot stand me. No matter if I have explained to her, he means nothing to me. I'm married, I got kids, I don't even look at the man. She cannot stand me. I've never given her a reason to doubt. But because he made that comment
He put the doubt there.
8 years ago, he made that comment.
Mhm.
It's enough for her to be like, I gotta keep her away. You know, even if
got
I
the
never
look.
gave. So the reason I ask is, has he ever maybe made a comment to her? Stupid ass comment like, "Oh, she looked fine in
I
that
have no
outfit."
idea.
Even if he
I
Yeah,
have
didn't
he
no
mean
probably
idea.
anything
could have. And that's
sexual,
the
for
thing. He
her to
probably
just
could have complimented you, or who knows? He probably gave you a
exactly,
compliment.
even
And
if
You're
it
she
was just
impressed.
was
a friendly
pregnant.
level, it probably
But
triggered her on some way,
but
and
that
that's
would be
probably
on
why.
her. That would be on her and not him. You know what I
It
mean?
is on
Because
her, but I could understand why she's feeling that way
Yeah.
because he
yeah,
made the stupid mistake of doing that. And so now she doesn't see
Right.
you as family. She sees you as a woman.
That's
You're
what
no
he said.
Well,
longer a
simply
church
stated, they
family
wouldn't have
member.
let me live with them for them couple of months. You get what I'm saying?
exactly.
Yeah.
If he would have said something, I'm telling you, like we was like all brothers and sisters. So it was just off. You get what I'm saying? But then as a woman, I can kind of understand it, but it was so left
But
field.
you
I was
never
just like,
know.
Yeah,
yeah,
You literally can never
I would
know.
have felt worried about it too. I probably would have gone up to her like, "Hey, hon, what happened? I mean, I
Right.
have I ever given you any reason to doubt us? Because we've been friends forever. We have all been
she
friends.
told me it
So
was a respect thing.
Oh, from
We
yours
live in a
perspective.
world.
Hmm.
She wanted you to say something to her. She wanted her to
Yeah,
yeah,
run
she
it
wanted
by
to
her.
bring
Now,
it up.
this
what it
is
was.
why I know that's what it was. Because if you understand, when you first laid out your question, my first response was nobody said nothing to me. Like
Yeah,
nobody
Oh.
ran nothing by me. Like that would probably be my initial response. Now after that,
yeah,
I have
yeah,
to analyze. Okay, how it happened. Was he pulling out the
yeah.
driveway? She was outside and was like, "Hey, let me run it." Okay, you
That's
know what I
how it
mean.
happened. Yeah,
But
but yeah.
my first response is gonna be like, "What?" You know what I mean? Like, why ain't
Mhm.
nobody say shit to me about it? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because I kind of
yeah.
need to know when my man is in a vehicle with another woman
Mhm.
outside of like
It
my
makes
mama
sense.
or his
It
mama
makes sense.
or his sister.
Yeah, I
Right.
can see that.
Hmm.
So I think that's probably what she meant by the respect part of it.
Yeah,
But you know what? We live in a world where mamas be fucking on daughters, boyfriends, and baby daddies,
Yeah,
and sisters, blood
unfortunately.
sisters, be fucking on. I know a sister that's fucking on her brother. We know a sister that fucks on her and has a baby with her brother. So this the world we live in.
Lord have
So
mercy.
anything is
Like a
possible.
real brother or a
Blood
brother?
brother.
Grew up
Blood.
together, share the same dad. Grew up together, share the
Uh-uh.
same dad,
Yep. Look.
Oh no, that's effed up
and
right
have
there.
a baby together.
This the hills have eyes. That's some hills have
That
eyes.
cooch is
So,
hot. She don't care who
with that
Right,
being said,
right.
you always gotta have that extra. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be observant because anything is
Yeah.
I
possible.
Now,
get
People
it.
be doing
You
weird shit.
already living in our house. You feel what I'm
mhm,
saying? Like,
mhm.
I get it. I get it. You already living in the house. Don't get too comfortable. You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
We all
right. Don't
wanted
be
to be
Right.
walking around
together.
with your see-through 90. Hold on a second.
yeah,
Exactly.
Who
I
you
can see
walk
it.
around
Put
with
them
see-through
titties
90
up.
on, walk through the hallway?
Put them titties up.
She said, I'm about
Right.
to go down to the kitchen in about an hour.
See, again,
So
that's oh
No,
shit.
no, the fuck you not. What you need? Milk, cookies. They on the way.
Oh,
Sit your ass down.
see,
You ain't going down there.
Hispanic women.
I had somebody rub Chris' shoulders
Mm-mm.
In your presence?
in my presence.
Why?
Because
Why?
that's just how they is.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Look, I
Hell
was
no.
like, girl, listen.
I'm like, excuse me.
A bitch
They're
could
still
have rubbed my
alive?
man's head.
They survived?
A bitch could. A bitch.
It wasn't like rubbing like sexual. It was like, oh, you got some, like you got that linebacker shoulder type thing.
No.
But still,
No.
yeah.
No.
No,
Oh,
no. Them is
hell
my
no.
linebacker shoulders.
If
Keep your
he is
hands
doing
off.
it, it's like, oh, get off of me.
Then I have a friend. Then I have a
Because you're not
friend.
even understanding.
Right, you can look at them from afar. Then I have a friend. I think
Yeah.
y'all know about this one. I have a friend who somebody I know. This person put their hands in her man beard right in front of her.
Dude, let me tell you something
Well,
about me.
just like
I
that.
wish
Let me
somebody
tell you.
would.
Let
I
me
wish
tell you.
somebody would touch
Here's-
Chris's beard.
Here-
Look,
Here's the
Wait,
thing.
just like this. Ooh, your beard's so nice and shiny.
I'm getting
yeah,
mad.
okay.
That's the thing. That's the thing. As I'm witnessing it,
That is
see,
too
as
fucking
I'm
close
witnessing
to
it,
here.
I'm getting mad.
Listen,
getting
Okay, I'm gonna
mad.
get mad. I'm getting mad. And the thing
You know
is,
what?
see, you don't even realize that you're about this close, about this goddamn close to having to find a new way to eat. Because you're not
But you
gonna
know
have
what?
no head. You're not gonna have no head.
See, she would have gotten cussed out, but I swear my husband would have gotten smacked in the face because I'm like,
For
why the
letting
fuck
her,
did you
or
stay
letting
there?
her. Yeah.
Why did
letting
he
it happen.
stay there? Why did he just like?
Oh, he did. The dude did do that. The dude
Okay,
did do
good.
Yeah,
Because I'm like, oh hell no! Why the fuck are you in my presence? Like, that's too close.
yeah.
This is
Yeah.
my fucking
can't.
bubble. Only my wife can get this close to this.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then I would have been like, and yeah, keep your motherfucking hands to yourself. Okay.
Look at her. She's
You
ready.
gonna be walking away like Simon Birch fucking around with me. You hear me? You gonna be limping and a dragon. You hear me? Something's gonna be dislocated and discombobulated.
Mhm.
And it's
Yeah.
bound
I'll
to
be
be you
putting my
because you
hair
got the
up
right
in a
wrong one.
ponytail, taking my earrings off, and let's go, bitch. Because
Let's
you
go.
ain't about to touch my
Got the
man.
right
You
wrong
don't
one.
even have to say anything. Don't say nothing. Just do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like what are you
And
what are you
Jordan-
saying? 'Cause pretty much your actions
Yeah.
is saying a lot, and it's saying you really needed your ass whooped. That's what your actions is saying. Like you
I
telling
had-
me.
The disrespect.
Now listen to this, ladies. I had a friend. She's no longer my friend anymore because I learned later on that's not friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember my husband had asked me to marry him, and we wanted to do a family dinner together, to announce that we were engaged. And she's been friends with me for like 14 to 16 years. I mean, like
Crazy.
sister, so she was invited. Tell me why she was wearing not only a mini skirt on a very, very windy day with a thong on. She gets in the car with my husband, following right behind, and her ass is all up in his face.
Wow. And this
My husband
was
was
your
like-
so-called friend.
He turned around and he walked the opposite direction. He's like, I'm not about to get caught in this shit.
Exactly.
He's smart. He
very smart.
immediately
He's
walked
very
away.
smart. Very smart.
But that gave me some kind of like, what is wrong with her? Like, why would you do that to another man? Like, I started kind of like eating at me just a little bit, but I was like, maybe it's just my imagination. Maybe I just making too much of a this, right? On my wedding day, which by the way, I was pregnant with twins, so I'm already feeling kind of uncomfortable because my husband wanted to get married before the twins were born. So I'm like 3 to 4 months along already, big old belly because they're twins. And she's coming over here with her little boobs out. And I'm like, okay, you're giving me way too many red flags.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're done. We're done. This is the last time I see you.
What did she say? What you said to her and what she said to you?
I was like, honey, do you need a pen? I was like, do you need a pen? Like, close enough. She's like, all my tops fit that way because I'm a triple D or whatever. And I'm like, I'm pregnant with like a huge set of tits and my tits ain't out.
Right.
Why are yours? Like, why would you do that? So then I was like, you know what? She's just trying to call attention to herself. It wasn't that she was interested in my husband, but I just felt like that is no friend. If you're just doing that around men,
You never know. A friend.
wink, wink. Ain't a real friend.
Okay, a friend can be jealous without ever showing a hand. But you never know. Okay, you never know.
That makes sense. And
For
I think
real.
that's literally what it was. Because I've had so many crappy relationships. I mean, horrible. And it's been bad. So I was always the friend that needed to be taken care of. You know, she always had to take care of me. And
Oh yeah.
finally, I
Ooh,
was,
I see
you
where
know,
this
I no
going.
longer needed to be
You
taken
had to
care of. I had, you know, I was, you know, center. I got my place. I had my car. I had my job. I mean, I was living. And then all of a sudden, I started seeing this. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh,
Ain't that shit
hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No more.
Yeah.
She wanted you.
So it just goes to show you can't trust nobody.
Jayla, you said
That's
she wanted
right.
her.
Yeah. She
She
wanted
wanted
you.
all the
I don't,
attention she could
She
get.
wanted
I don't know
Jackie.
about her. She tried
Okay.
to steal your shine. That's what she tried
Yeah,
to do.
what is that about?
Yeah, yeah,
No
yeah.
longer
Dirty
friends
bitch.
anymore.
Georgie, you done made Georgie mad. Georgie don't like her.
Yeah,
And I ain't
that
never
was
gonna
really
like
hard to get through. It was. I was
and I
like,
ain't never gonna like I don't like people like that. Don't try to steal my shine. I don't like people like that in general. Most women that I don't get along with are that type of woman that do a lot for attention, that are like super
used to
extra.
be the
I don't
center
like
of it, and
super
I'm like,
extra people.
and you know what's the worst part when they said, "Oh, I'm just extrovert," and I'm like, "So am I," but I don't do that to people.
I
I'm
am
very
too.
outspoken,
But just be you.
and
Calm down. It'll come. You ain't even gotta do all that. Just chill. Just chill.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Look,
But
look,
you know,
in
anyway,
ghetto
fuck them
terms,
fake
in ghetto terms, baby, calm your pussy. Calm your pussy.
calm your pussy.
Calm
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 your
down.
pussy.
yes.
I have heard that term.
Now,
You know
quick
what?
question, ladies. What if your man says, "Oh, she and I have been friends since she was a little baby. You know, like we've been since we were toddlers, basically." What do you feel about those kind of relationships? Like, are you guys cool? Like, you're like, "Oh, they're just best friends."
If
I'm
I
cool
know
with
the
it. I'm just keep
person,
respectful.
Okay.
exactly. But
Okay.
baby, I'm your friend now. I'm the only friend you need.
Right.
So if we ain't
Okay,
close,
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure
Okay.
yeah.
I'm not in agreement with that one. I don't know why. Okay, here's the thing. To me, it wouldn't be fair because I have two male best friends, one more so a best friend than the other. But I have two male best friends, and they
Wait.
if
Hold on.
somebody I
Hold
dated
on.
one
you
day
have
like
they
cut
ever
them off.
crossed into more than just best friends.
Not the one. My best friend, I've said that Jonathan, my best friend Jonathan, never. Like that's like my little brother. That's literally like my best.
Okay,
Like
who's
you know
the
what I mean?
other one?
Like
Who's the other
he
one?
went like Jonathan went and bought the pregnancy test to tell and stood there and waited for me to find out I was pregnant with Duchess. Like he knew before anybody else knew on this planet that I was pregnant with my daughter, except for Khalida because she prophesied it a few months earlier.
I knew her.
So, but the other one is Gutter. Gutter is a really good friend of mine. We have only kissed. That was it, and he's been my friend for like 16 years. And we've like, you know what I mean? Like we've attempted to try to be more than that, but it never worked. But he's really a really good friend of mine.
That's where I was about to stop you at. Is
Now that's
because,
different though.
Again, yeah, I was about to say that's different because you are sexually attracted to that man.
Yeah, if you have attempted to date them, that means he's not just a guy. He is a man to you. He's a man to you. He's a man to you.
This
Because
is
like I
fact.
said before,
But if somebody told me,
put them in a situation. Come on now,
Okay,
let's be
go
honest.
ahead.
Put them in a situation where you got some damn Brian McKnight playing and some candles is lit. Look at put. And he gets on your neck, you gonna fold, nigga.
I'm folding.
You gonna
I'm
fold.
folding. I'm definitely folding.
You should have said
I would
Eric
definitely
Kelly.
have sex
Might
with.
get on my nerves.
Oh shoot! Okay, I would definitely have sex with her. But Jonathan, like y'all know Jonathan. If somebody I was dating told me to
No,
not be
Jonathan
friends with
is
Jonathan, that's
He's
not gonna
out.
work. Like that's not gonna work. So I couldn't
That's
expect
a real,
for him to
that's
shut
a real
down.
best friend. Jonathan is a real
That's a real
bestie
bestie.
because you know
And that's
that there's
not going
a boundary. There's a boundary
Right.
that would never be crossed with Jonathan. Like I the same situation, room, the lights is off. You're gonna be like, Jonathan, sit your ass down.
All right. If you don't get up out of here,
Right. And I know
And
it.
he's so cute. All my other little friends and
Jonathan
stuff
is
like
super
that. He's so cute.
Jonathan is very handsome.
But that was never like that. He was always like my little brother. And like, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, at the end of the day, if any guy I ever dated, he'd have to understand that friendship. He'd have to understand that friendship. That's just period. So like,
But he's in your life all the time, right?
He can't have a female friend.
Well, since
And
they
he's
was
in your
kids-
life always, right? He's constant. He's a constant in your life, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
He's a
that
constant.
makes sense to me a little bit. Now,
That's different.
about 2 years ago, my husband and I were on a date on the Oregon District. You guys know that's like party town, drinking bars is basically what we're doing. We're bar hopping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were bar hopping, and it's around 12:30, and he gets a text from this girl. And then he's like, "Oh yeah, come on over, so I can introduce you to my wife." And I was like, "Fuck."
You was already ready. You already ready.
She said she was
Yes, girl, I so was. I wasn't just ready. I blew up.
Mm.
I said, "What the fuck is wrong with you? We are on a date. First of all,
Okay.
we are on a date.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're on a date.
Okay,
Yeah.
you right. You right.
Second of
You
all,
right.
we've been together for 3 years and I never met this bitch. She can't be that great of a friend."
Exactly. No,
Right.
ma'am. Because baby, it's all about me tonight. Okay.
You right. You right. You right this time. You right this time, Jackie.
You said you right this time.
You right.
No. Ever since then, I don't care anymore. If that one incident was enough for me to be like, never again. You can never put her in a good light to me, because no sane woman is gonna text a man at midnight. Ever.
Right.
Right.
You're not. No, I'm sorry. If I'm texting a man at midnight, it's because I either want to fuck or I want to fuck. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Either one of them two. Either one of them two. You decide.
Right. One and the same.
Either one of them two.
Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah, there is nothing else we're gonna do
And that's
at
just that on
fucking
that.
midnight.
Mm.
You know. So I was like, no, there is no amount of, oh, we've been friends since she was very little. You know, we were young. Like,
Right.
okay. She your sister? No. She your cousin? No.
Okay.
Then
See,
she ain't gotta be there.
the way that he did it wasn't right. Probably wasn't the right way to introduce her to.
Right. Now, if I had met her from the very beginning of our relationship, I wouldn't have cared, because I would have known she's a constant best friend in his life. You know, I would have been able to see them interact, and then I would have formed my own deduction.
Right.
But a
Right.
text at midnight? Oh, hell
Right.
no. I
Yeah.
don't want her around you. No. Oh, too late,
And
bud.
I'd have been like, choose her or choose me. Because at the end
And
of
that's
the
how it
day,
was.
yeah,
and that's
'cause
how
she
it's
could have
been.
came up last week and
I mean,
we on a date.
I'm
And
sorry,
you-
we've been together this long, and she's never wanted to meet me.
Right.
How good
Exactly.
a friend is that?
All of this is
That-
real suspicious.
Exactly.
real
So I was like, no. I'm like, I'm a woman. I know women. If a woman is texting a man at midnight, it's because she wants something.
Okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
I had this same
Yeah.
conversation. This was before this was my husband, Jesus.
Mm.
The same conversation. Like, I know bitches. I know
We're
them.
one. We are one. We
So
are
somebody
one.
is doing too much. I know when they're fucking doing too much.
Mhm.
Don't tell me that is this when I know what that is that. Come on,
Exactly.
man.
Right.
Come on.
Exactly.
We understand each other, so I know what you're doing.
You know, I
They
don't
always
know.
be acting slow. They get slow all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Yes, they
super
do.
slow.
And it's like they forget that before them, we were single, available women. We
Okay.
did shit too. We did the texting. We did the pictures. We did all that.
Man, I was wild. I was a
Started
wild
doing.
girl.
We
Do it,
know
Jay.
WYD. We
Right,
know that shit.
Right.
We know what WYD means. We know that. We're not.
right.
Exactly.
That WYD be throwing me off. I had a pastor text me that the other day. I was like,
A
Hell
pastor
no.
text you?
WYD, don't text me that.
Because we know what that shit means.
Okay.
And that's like me and
What
him,
you
we
doing?
cool though. We cool. But I'm like, don't text me the
That is
That-
not.
Text me what
Right.
you doing.
You
bring
We
back
all
memories.
know
stop
what you
the
doing,
words. Spell
man.
it out.
When it come from a man, what you doing?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
for my answer for the whole question is, when sorry, my little baby waking up, but I had to cut my best friends off because at the end of the day, I knew that for a fact they once were interested in me, and I was like, I can't have that. You know what I mean? Like,
Interested in you?
Yeah.
yeah, like my high school male best friends were once interested in me, and I knew that, and
Okay.
I had to cut them off. I cut them off right before we got together because I just. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry.
Yeah, that is very hard because once you know they're interested in you, you always feel like they have an expectation,
Yeah.
you know? And the same thing, women, we have a certain expectation. If I'm telling a guy, I like you, it's because we're expecting something back. We don't say to somebody we like them if we just want to just leave it up in the air. Like, no, we want something in return.
Right.
Right.
So,
No.
yeah.
I'm about to just mute her mic for a second.
Vultures gotta be real. Because Jesus.
Well, we
It's
did. We
hard
had
out here,
another
bro.
question. If we have time to go over this next question, y'all ready for this next one before we run out of
Yeah.
time?
Come on with it.
Come on with it. Okay, so the next question is. Let me pull up my document here. Okay, so because we are all women, I don't want to down these men, but I think that we have all been cheated on before at some point.
Yep.
One point or another. We've been cheated on, somebody did something crazy or whatever. So once you have been cheated on, would you take this person back? And if you did, what would be required in order for you to take that person back?
I'm the one. I'm
wow.
gonna be first. Hold on. Let me go here, ladies. Let me go here because you can take that man back all you want, but you can never tell me. You can never tell me that you're gonna trust him 100% because that shit never goes away. Always in the back of your mind is gonna be, is he fucking around again?
So no matter
I will
what
never.
time has passed,
I don't care.
time.
It could be
It doesn't
20
matter.
years down the road, and I'm still gonna be like, no, I couldn't. And I did once at the beginning, early on. I think that when we're younger, we are a little more naive, and we're like, oh, we can change them if we show them how much we love them. If I cook for him real good food, I'm gonna wash and iron his clothes. You know, I'm gonna
Oh
show
my
him what a
God, how
real woman
dumb we
is.
was.
That's dumb, stupid shit we do in our
That was
early
so
20s. So yes, I took a guy back, but the relationship was never the same because the trust was gone.
Mm-hmm.
So every time he left and said, "Oh, I'm working overtime tonight," I always was like, "Are you really?"
Yeah.
are you really working overtime?
And that
And then
makes sense.
that's when there's psychosis of going over the phone when he's asleep and getting in my bathroom and
Yes.
checking the phone.
Obsessed.
That's when it starts because
Obsessed.
he already fucked up once
Right.
and
Yeah.
it's never going to be better. It doesn't matter if he
Right.
unlocks the phone and it's there. I'm going to be like, is he deleting the messages?
Mm.
He knows now where I check. He's gonna delete those.
Right.
He's not stupid. Maybe they're not stupid. Let's be honest. You're not stupid. When they really want to hide something, they will hide it. So I think that the connection will be is off. It was off. It was never good again. And I think it lasted about a month after I took him back. That's it lasted a month.
It'd be tough. It'd be tough. And she, I mean, from what I know, okay, first of all, oh God, like, okay, from what I know, as far as being cheated.
George, before you answer, let me repeat it because I think Jalen has stepped away. So Jalen, when you have left, the other question that we have for tonight is, if you've been cheated on, would you take that person back? And if you would, what will be required in order for you to take them back? Okay, so Georgie's about to answer. When you came back, Jackie was just finishing up her response. Go ahead, George.
I don't know. I think mine's real simple because y'all already know, based off of the fact that I'm pouring out my heart and my soul every damn week on here, that I'm really in a state of confusion. I don't even know where to go with this thing. To be honest with you, these niggas, they be fucking, and I just be so. It really just got to a point where I just be like, they gonna be doing this shit. I hope he don't, but he probably is gonna do this. So it almost be like I could give the one a pass and we can try to work through this one. But the thing that you're gonna have to do to prove different is to change. Like you're literally gonna have to like change the shit. You're gonna have to burn the book, you're gonna have to block, delete, restart a new account, change your phone number. I don't give a fuck. Whatever the hell, whatever is necessary, okay?
I gotta be your profile picture.
Okay, like all bridges between you and this bitch is gonna have to be burned. Like you can't dig this bitch up no more. You hear me? Like all that gotta go. And then it's gonna have to be the commitment going forward or something different. But if the behavior persists, oh, it's a wrap. I believe in divorce. I ain't got no issues with it. It's over. What you mean?
I've already done it once, so let's bring it on.
But you get the one. You get the one. But I'm the same person that said that I would also give a hall pass. And I'm also the one that says that maybe sometimes we be like expecting too much.
So Rhonda, I don't know what you say, Rhonda. And once they one and done or what?
Not necessarily because I treat back like a motherfucker. I don't give a fuck.
Get your lick back.
Lick back. I'll make you want to run the
lick back.
If that got Nora cancer,
you might get that one. I might be one and done.
I'm sure you will.
Watch her. Yeah, watch her.
I'll be a dirty motherfucker and I'll record mine and I'll go.
You hear me? Do you hear me? I'm fucking you see.
Oh, they ready to act up. They ready to act up.
They about to act up.
Y'all are on a whole new level for me. You guys are all on a new level out there.
What
one and done. You might be one and done, but I'm getting a lot of licks back if I can.
Okay. See, my thing is like if I'm gonna feel that I need to get mine, then I might as well just leave him. And then I can get mine all I want with whomever I want.
You ain't gonna hurt my feelings and embarrass me and have me out here in these streets looking crazy and I don't have you looking stupid. No, sir.
I mean, I get that. I get that getting even thing. I can definitely understand it. I just have never been one to step out, even if they did me wrong. I can't, like my whole present, my whole person can't do it. I'm like, I just can't do it.
I don't either.
I can't do it.
I did once. I did once a long time ago when I was younger. But that's never really been my thing either, to like I'm with you on that one. I be wanting to get my lick back, but I'm too much of a punk. I'm too much of a punk.
You know what? You know how I get them back? At home. I won't cheat on them, but I will make their fucking life miserable just because they make mine a different way. So I do get even, just not by cheating, because I can't cheat. I can't possibly cheat. But you like cook meals? Huh? Go get yourself some McDonald's, because I'm not cooking.
Tell that bitch to cook. You never let me stop.
Exactly. That is me. You want? She can cook for you, motherfucker. Oh, you want your clothes washed? That's a washer and dry right there. You can step to it. Or you can have her do it. Right. Oh, that's where the fucking door is. Because I'm not doing it anymore.
Hey, baby, I'm turning it to the M to the E to, what is it? M to the A to the D. I don't I'm turning it into Medea. I'm going to fucking put that hot grits on you. You're going to learn to keep your dick to yourself, okay?
You know, oh my God.
Oh, Lord.
Yes,
No.
I ain't gonna lie. I've always been a real pussy. A real pussy about it. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I ain't never burnt up nobody's clothes. I ain't never slashed no tires. I ain't never broke no windows. And these motherfuckers put me through shit.
Right.
Like, I've never,
you know what I did do once?
in me where, like, I've never went that, and I wanted to. I was angry. Angry, but I don't know what it was. I look, y'all understand the love I be having for these dumb bitches that didn't deserve not a goddamn dime of my motherfucking time. For all these bitches, the love that I have, but I have it for people, it be deep. Like, it be deep. You know what I'm saying? We're like, I done told myself and them that, like, I got you. So that means I got you.
I got you.
You feel me? So it almost like, I damn near always have to hate them before I leave them. I have to hate them. I have to grow to hate them before I can turn my back on them. Because, like, it be really deep for me. So even though I be wanting to, like, pour the grits on them, I be like, I'm going to regret it. I'm just going to be mad at myself for burning them up.
I think with me is a little bit of my pride and my ego. I'm like, you cheated on me, and I feel that I'm hot as fuck. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I'm hot. So if you're cheating on me, like, dude, you're just stepping on my ego. My pride is hurt because I know I'm hot. I know I'm a catch. The fuck?
Yeah.
Right.
I think,
you know, like,
since I'm a little younger, but I had grew up in like the rough. We had it good, but the relationship I grew up in, as far as my mom and dad, was toxic. So I told myself, whatever I do, I can't live that life. Now my mama, she dealt with it, she held it down, but I can't be my mama at the end of the day.
Right.
So the man I choose for me and my kids has to be right. And even though we started off a little rocky, trust and believe we threw them balls, honey, we done did a lot of things, okay? But I done had worse, people who done did me wrong. And I was always looking for love in the wrong place. But to me, it was in the right places. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I was naive. I was young. I didn't know. You know what I mean? Up until I got older.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you live and you learn. And once you got your moment and you take off with it, trust and believe you're going to know, you're going to sense the one that is right for you. It might not even be planned, but trust and believe if it roll out right, that's the one that's right for you. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, hey, I told you I didn't have my fair share. It's like, hey, I'm about to sock you in your eye. You got me. You know, I didn't have that moment. I had that moment, but at the end of the day, you gonna have your fair share with the one you truly love. And if you don't, then that ain't no real relationship because I don't know who's perfect. Okay,
you know, it got so bad for me that the first time somebody hurt me, After that, I've been a runner. No, you're gonna hurt me. I'm just gonna run because I'm not gonna deal with this. So I'm the first one who's gonna leave him. I'm gonna leave him before he leaves me because I'm not about to get my feelings hurt and I'm not about to
Right.
go through this again. So I've been a runner. So when I met my husband and the first argument we had, the first, oh, why is she texting you kind of thing, you know, instead of working it through it, I was like, okay, I'm just packing my bags. It's like,
I'm
where
about
the
to
fuck
go.
am I
Right.
No, you
Right.
can't, baby. You can't.
That's how
Yeah.
James is. He will run
And
in
he
heartbeat. I
had
don't
to,
want to argue. I want to go. I don't want to fight. And I'd be like, bye, bitch. You'll be back light. Because we argue 7 days a week and he move out 7 days a week. Back light. I mean, but he's absolutely a runner. He's had some toxic relationships. I'd be like, bro, I'm not here for this shit. That's your baby mama type of stuff. I don't get down like that. I mean,
Right.
like climbing out of windows
Right.
and having, like, just recently, one of his baby mamas threw some keys upside his head. Like, I mean, he deal with some ignorant folks. I don't get down like that.
yeah, that's a little,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
too old for that.
that's a little.
We too old for that. And I'm like, keys,
I got no time for this shit.
okay,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, what's your answer to that? If somebody cheated on you, you taking them back, and then what would be required in order for you to do it?
If like we had said before, I think the deal breaker episode for me, even though I wouldn't want to be cheated on, it will really depend on the situation. The only thing I won't take somebody back for is verbal. You know what I mean? Verbal or like just severe emotional abuse. But I'm afraid that I would, and I feel weird saying that, but it would just have to be a consistent win back of my trust. Like it would have to be consistent. Like I think somebody was saying, like cutting all ties. At this point, no. Let me see your phone.
At this point, your phone stays with me.
Let me see your social media.
Hand it here.
Matter of fact, scroll to that gallery, and the only thing I want to see up in that gallery with them photos is selfies of you. If you take selfies, you know what I mean? Like it would just have to be a great like win back of my trust for sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then too, I
it's gonna
would
take
probably
that.
go to like counseling or something like that.
Mhm.
I think that would be something
Couch.
good because to find out what the root of it was.
Yeah, sometimes they
Yeah,
cheat, and it's not because they're even interested in the woman. Sometimes it's just
yeah,
they're fucking
I
bored.
would want us to do that. We would definitely have to do that, especially if we
Impulsive,
I don't even
impulsive,
want to say
and
it,
retarded.
especially with
Mhm.
yeah.
And you know
So-
what I've noticed?
They thought it
Men are who they hang out with. They are who they hang out with.
Not.
If
I
they
can see
hang
that.
out
I
with
can see that.
other guys, other fuck boys,
Yeah.
they're gonna be fuck boys too. Because men have to prove to each other who's the alpha at all
Who's the
times.
ultimate fuck?
Right. And so I've always said,
Oh, I
if I don't like your friends, I already know you're gonna be on shitty shit because
I don't
But
agree.
can we
Because
can
we
we hang out
disagree,
with
Jackie.
whores and not be whores?
Exactly.
pardon me?
yes, because I hang with a bunch of hoes and I'm the angel.
Because I've had a lot of whore friends and I've
He said a
never
bunch
considered myself to be.
Yeah, I hang
Whore.
with all
I'm
my
saying
friends just got
guys,
hoes.
Can we have
men,
whole
men
friends?
tend to hang out with guys who are fuck boys and they
We do
end up
similar
being that
things like
too.
that.
It depends.
Okay.
It depends
Not
on
always.
the situation.
Not
I've
always.
had
Not always men.
I just always felt that way. I've always felt that way. They if they have good influences in their lives, they're gonna have
Yeah.
positive influence. But if they have
Because
only
men
guys
naturally look
who are
for
going out there to
influence
just pick
Well.
women, that's all he's gonna be surrounded by. Oh, I'm going to the bar with my friends, but I already know your friends are going there to just get laid. You're gonna I can't trust you because I don't trust your friends. I already know what they're going there
Right.
for. So if you have guys who, yes, there are men who are going to be single. I don't mind single men, but they need to respect you. They need to respect your relationship. So if they're the kind of friends who are going to respect that you are married or you're in a relationship, they're not going to be like, they're not going to care. They're fine. That's fine. But if they're going to be those kind of friends that are like, oh, let's go to the strip club. Let's go and see who we can hook you up with. That is just not cool. So that is
Why
what
didn't
I
you go
mean
to the
by
strip club?
you are who you hang out with. If you got those kind of friends who are kind of trying to influence you into being with someone else when they're having guy time, I don't appreciate that. I will never appreciate that. Like now, my husband, I don't mind him going with his parents because I know that all they're gonna do is go to the shooting range and just spend their money on
So
fucking
he
bullets.
not allowed to go to the strip club. Can you go to the strip club?
He's not like he's not allowed. It's that he's not interested in it.
Oh, okay.
He's
So if his
like,
friends say let's
he's-
go, and he wants
and
to
his
go,
friends
that
are
could be a
at that age where they're married and have kids, so they're not interested in it either. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
You can't go to no strip
Nigga said
club.
you
I
can't
got
go to no
lingerie
strip
right here
club.
over in the drawer.
so
I
I'm
got
like,
lingerie right there.
Kalina, they can't go to no strip club.
No,
Shannon,
I
and Chris can't go to no strip club.
My Chris can go to the strip club. My Chris good.
it's on his lap for free. Why is he spending my money?
I'd go with him.
No.
I'd go with him.
only reason
I'd
why-
go
okay,
if I
so-
could see a show like P Valley in live person. I'd go to that motherfucking show with him. If I could see the bitches doing that type of shit, I'm in there.
to go to the strip club, and he'd be like,
It is,
no, that
for
ain't my
women, it's too expensive. They charge us like $50 to $60 to just get in, and you're like, hell no.
And then it becomes an addiction. You want every week? No, I got lingerie right there. I can strip.
Oh, yeah,
But you can't do no tricks.
But why you gotta be an addiction? Why he just can't go from time to time with his buddies and eat chicken wings and look at ass?
You can look at mine to eat chicken wings. That's what you,
I
Now,
just
you
He
know
don't
feel
want
like
to see
damn
your
well.
ass.
You know good and damn well
my
he
thing
ain't
is
got no
like,
ass.
if he wants to look at other women's ass, why is he married?
he think I got booty. As a matter of fact, I just made him some wings
Okay,
too. He
so
think
what?
I got booty.
So can he watch porn? Can he watch
Oh yeah,
porn?
he can. I don't mind porn. He can watch porn
So
all
he
he
can
wants.
jack off, but he can't look at a woman on the pole, but he can jack off.
Listen, I don't mind porn. You know why? I
Don't watch
do
no
porn too. I watch porn too. So I think I
You
don't.
I
can
don't
also,
want my man watching no porn.
you can also go to a male review too. And
I watch
have a
porn.
Maybe better
I'm
than
in
women.
there.
Now,
I'm
honestly,
in there.
the strip club
Let
to
Magic
me
Mike
is the
Presley
money.
State in Ohio.
The strip club to me is the money. That's all I'm
Okay,
thinking about. I'm
okay,
like,
let me-
you're just
let me-
wasting the money.
Let me ask this question because
Okay,
I
if
think
it's
I
the
heard.
monetary
Look,
part, then I can kind of
Let me-
understand that.
Why he just
For
walk
me,
out
it's the money. Why are you paying? What the fuck? Just get a porn up or whatever.
Okay, let me ask this
All you
question.
want to do is watch.
Let me ask this question. So, how many of you guys would not think it's okay for your boyfriend, fiance, or husband to go to the strip club?
He not going to no strip club.
Bye.
I need the
So,
money.
Jack-
I'm a
Jack
monetary
says no.
person. I'm like, don't waste the money like that, dude. You're
Khalil,
already
you said no?
working. No.
Okay, I'll put it this way. If it was like a bachelor party and he went and it was like strippers there, I wouldn't care. But like if
Same.
you're making a habit out of you going every week, no.
Okay,
What are you
once a
looking
month.
for that you're going there every week?
What they go once a month.
Okay, so this is the thing, the difference between porn. And some people are like, oh, but he's watching porn. I'm like, yeah, but he's watching porn for a specific reason. Either I don't want to give it up because I'm too tired and he just got to get it off. That's usually what it is for my husband. I know my husband. That usually is what it is. Either
Well,
I'm just, I know that for a fact.
Me and my boyfriend had this conversation, and if you can watch porn, that means that I can have men send me dick pics.
That's not the damn same.
It definitely is.
No, ma'am, it's not.
That's personal.
It's not the
That's
same.
personal.
No,
Man.
no, ma'am.
Okay,
Okay, so I'm going to tell you.
Because he know that that's a fucked up idea. First of all, if somebody is sending you dick pics, that's somebody that has your phone number or is your friend on
Exactly.
some social
Who
media. That
knows
is
you?
somebody
Who's
that you
right
know.
there by you? Most of the females that he looks on freaking porn in freaking Russia.
He don't know the porn star. He can't contact her. She's as real as Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie or some shit. Like they just
You can contact
people in
her,
the
you can
TV.
contact her right up here.
no.
Okay. And listen to me now, listen to me, because y'all got to look at the conclusion of both of these things. The conclusion is the fact that you're lusting over somebody else besides the person who you took this covenant with. You lusting over somebody else. That's why I'm saying, to me, it's the same thing.
Okay, so this is the reason why I don't mind it. When I personally, I watch porn. I personally watch porn. Now it's not every day or even a weekly thing. Maybe once every 6 months. Like I just, maybe not. It's not an everyday thing. And my husband isn't an everyday porn kind of guy either. So it's not like an obsession with looking at dicks. And mine is not even an obsession with looking at dicks. It's just, I just need the sound. Somehow the sound turns me on. I don't know why. It's so fucking weird. I can say that thoroughly. This sound just turns me on, and it gets me off in like 2 minutes. I'm sorry if I can get off in 2 minutes. I'm gonna get off 2 minutes. Keep on going.
They be playing.
Hey, that's all I did.
She like the moaning and stuff, I guess.
I don't know why, because I'm not even looking at the guys. My husband, he won't even turn on the volume. He's just like, I just want to get in, get there, get done. Because with us, it's been since I had the twins. The twins are 3 years old now. Mm-hmm. My sexual desire has like dropped. So that's when I say I watch porn every now and then. It's like maybe every 6 months. It's like really bad. Like my sexual desire has just like gone out the window. Yeah. So when he comes, my husband, it's been, because I'm stay-at-home mom, he works usually 14 to 16-hour shifts mostly, so he's not home. If he comes, I know it ain't gonna come again. So I gotta get to it because it won't last. Like I can't take a hold of my sexual desire like that. It's just, to me, it just seems like a chore. So I tell him, like, babe, I'm trying to make an effort to make it a weekly thing so that I don't forget, because he has his needs and I'm his wife, and I should be able to have sex with him. So it's become a schedule.
Take you some herbs. Take you some herbs, some ginkgo, some come on, Yaron, I know you know some herbs you can take.
Why you say you know she know?
I don't take any herbs because James can't keep up. Because I can go 7 days a week. And be like,
I knew what I saw.
I'm so jealous of y'all who can do it like that. I'm so jealous. That was me in my 20s. That's why I'm so confused now.
But they have herbs for that, though. They do. They have herbs.
Do they?
Pills that they sell at the corner store too. I'll be seeing them.
Yeah, they got.
She know where to get it from. No, look.
Yeah, maybe you need to go to like one of the adults, like Adam and Eve or something.
Yeah,
and then matcha
powder help too.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go to that because I'm like, I've been lacking on that. And I feel bad for my husband, which is why it's gotten to the point where I'm like, baby, you do you, because if I can't do it, you gotta get it done.
Yeah, they got like look up the herbs. Yeah, there's a lot of herbs for that. Yeah.
I'm gonna get on that. I'm gonna get on that.
Okay, so what I want to get back to is Kalila and him not one. He can't watch porn.
You cannot.
You cannot
deprive that man.
Covenant like they married already.
Hold on, y'all got me think. How is it if we doing the do?
Give him his porn back.
I don't.
He might learn a new porn. Maybe he'll learn a new
what you say, Rhonda?
He might learn a new trick and try something.
Okay, so if y'all man was watching porn 7 days a week, just in there.
That's an obsession. That's an addiction. That's an addiction.
You jumping. You jumping. And took it 6 years down the road to where he did.
You did the same thing with the strip club. You did the same thing with the strip club. You instantly turned it into an everyday thing. It don't have to be that.
Because I feel like
strip club could be an enjoyable thing that guys link up and do every once in a while.
You know what?
It don't have to be thing. And a porn thing don't have to be everyday thing. But men enjoy watching porn because these bitches do things that you're not going to do.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, that's true. Hey, so many things. I'm like, oh, hell no. You're not about to bang me like that. My body doesn't
You
do
ain't
that.
gonna do it. Y'all can't do it, so it's fun to watch people that can do it, and it turns them on to see that happen. Let that man do that. Stop
Mhm.
She's sitting there
doing
looking
that.
like, nope.
She right? She like, nope. I'm
She's like, oh,
"I'm
hell
doing it."
no. She's like, I will do it. I will do it. And I'm like, oh, hell no.
No, she's not. She still ain't gonna do it. He said
He's
because
still
he's still
stuck.
lusting up here.
I feel like, okay, I hear what y'all saying. Okay, I definitely hear what y'all saying. I do.
Now, trust me.
But that
Okay,
don't mean
I don't know
shit.
if any of you ladies have noticed this. The minute you tell a man don't watch porn, I swear they start watching it more often because you already
Just
told
like
them
a
no.
kid.
I never
Just like a
said
kid.
that.
The more
I've
you
never
tell
So-
them
no,
the
you
more they
can't do
want
it.
to do
So
it.
Like when you say no, it's like, oh shit, now I have to watch it because she said no. But and the only reason I said that is because at the
You don't even
beginning,
know.
Entertaining for them. Is that what
at
y'all
the
saying?
beginning of
It
the
is
relationship with my husband, before we were married, I was like,
It's-
ew, porn, disgusting. Ugh. Why would you? I'm right here.
Mhm.
So I felt like his phone was full with porn, and now I barely even see any porn on his phone anymore. I'm like, so now that I give you the go ahead,
like I
So
flat
I
out
think it's
asked
when
my
you have to
Chris,
sneak
like,
and do it. It's a thrill. It's a thrill in sneaking.
yeah.
There's
All
a
I said, I
thrill
flat
in
out asked
sneaking
him,
and
and he
doing
told me,
things.
okay, well,
and you also have to understand,
Wait, no, what you
men
say?
sexually are
I said
completely
I
different
flat
from
out.
us.
I just like. I mean, I know he jacks off. So, it is. I mean,
Right.
That's what they okay. They
Stay
have
out
been
of
doing
them.
this since they turned 12. You guys, since they turned
You
12.
said,
I
why
don't
does he
know.
jack off?
It's
Is
just
that
weird. It's okay. It's just like with women. Like, why do you masturbate if you got a nice dick over there in the room? Why? Why would I think?
Sometimes,
Because sometimes I just need a
30
quick
minutes
boom.
is the best
There's
time to get
things
Say
off.
that
I
loud
know
so she can
about
hear you.
me that
Say it
he'll
loud.
never know about me. There's ways that I could touch me that he's not ever gonna know how to touch me. And that's on God. There's ways that I could get me to places that quickly that he's not gonna be able to get me there.
Quick, exactly. That's the key word. Quickly. I can
So,
be done. And
okay,
I
so
do anything for
So
nobody
your
either,
man,
you know?
your man must not be pleasing you then.
No,
Ooh,
we've
no,
already had
no.
this
That's a whole
discussion.
different
We've
story.
already had this
Yeah,
discussion.
you
for me.
can't confuse the two.
No, they're not the same. They're not the same. My husband is real generous.
Mine
Real
is
generous.
too,
I
honey.
come first every single time. For the past 5 years, I come first every single time.
Okay.
Now, I may not be in the mood all the time, but I come first no matter what. And I don't even have to tell him I come first. He's like, you coming first. Because that's the kind of guy he is. That's who he is.
Okay.
But sometimes
They're his brothers.
I
They're
don't
his
have
uncles. I like uncles too.
Like
Uncles,
what?
I like to do uncles.
You got it good.
Like uncles.
Where's Jackie? Where's your man's uncles at? Is what I'm
Because
trying to
me and
figure
my
out.
kids can relocate if he got some brothers or something, sis.
he only have one brother in California and he's married. That's it.
Oh shoot.
Sorry,
Damn.
y'all. Also,
We
he's
can
white.
move.
So I don't know if you're interested in
I
white
ain't
people.
afraid of squirrels.
Honey, I'd have been all across the rainbow. I ain't missed the race yet.
I ain't afraid to swirl.
I've been from Africa to Asia, baby. I ain't missed one yet.
But what I was going to say to Kalila's comment, she said, you must not be satisfied if you guys have to masturbate. I don't.
It's not that I have to. It's not like
No. Not saying that you have
Well-
to, but she's like, I think it.
you know you
See,
do.
when we have men's night, I'm gonna have to talk to my buddy Chris, Mr. Warren. I'm gonna talk to him because I can't believe like your expectation is for him not to jack off ever.
No, I'm talking about me.
Yeah.
I'm saying for
You
me.
too.
Why can't
Okay,
you?
I can't speak for Mr. Warren. I can't speak for him. Let me speak for me.
So
Let me
do
speak
you?
for
Would
me.
you be mad if you found out that he was masturbating?
No,
Behind
I
your back.
wouldn't be mad. She said behind my back. No, I wouldn't be mad. That's
No.
your business.
Because
That's
you had
your
asked
business.
why. You said you had asked why. That's why I was saying, like, I know that it happens and I'm
Well,
okay.
Steve did ask, why will we masturbate?
No, I'm talking about for me. Like,
Oh,
I
why
don't.
would you masturbate? I got it.
Yeah, so for me, I'm talking about Kalila. Inside of me, I don't see a reason to, and I have toys. You feel what I'm saying?
Now, you
don't
gotta
see
hear
a
something
reason
funny?
to.
I
Huh?
can't do toys. Now,
Yeah,
that's the funny stuff. I cannot do toys. I don't like them.
the rose is nice or whatever the
It's
thing.
I just
beautiful.
ordered my rose, my first
They're
rose. I just ordered my
Oh,
first
Jesus.
order.
That
Now
was
we
my
about
birthday
to have a,
I'll
we
let
about to
y'all
have a
know how
rose
the
review.
experience
This
goes.
one right here, the bunny.
Dang.
That
I
bunny.
need to get me the good one, I guess, because
But I had it. What I'm saying for me is I had it when I was single. So for me, that's why I said, why now? You get what I'm saying? Unless
oh,
a trip or something like that. It's like, okay, look, so, you know.
you can
But
use them together. I
You ain't
heard.
never had an urge and he was at work.
That's the best.
that's
You
why I said,
Right, that's what I'm saying.
if he
So what
wasn't
do?
there,
You just wait. He
yeah,
comes home.
that's what I'm saying. Like if he was on a trip or he wasn't there, and I'm like, hey, you feel what I'm saying?
Well, that's
Cool. But I'm talking about like, if he in the same facility, like why did you just
Yeah,
in there?
not if he's laying next to you.
Oh,
Yeah,
hell
that's
no.
That's
No,
it.
no.
Yes, yes, yes.
But no, since we've been
Sometimes
together, it's
that
been
makes
together.
it that much better after I've done
Rhonda
it.
said yes.
Hell yes, because I will do it myself, and he can
It's been
watch,
times. It's
and
been
he
times.
can be like, okay, and then I'm gonna get up there and I'm gonna show out.
Yeah,
Yes, absolutely. I will do it myself.
Yeah, my
and then
husband definitely
It's the
loves it when I
warm-up.
just start just.
It's the warm up.
Oh, hell
thank you,
yeah.
I'm pre-gaming, and then when I get that ooh wee, I'll be like, ooh.
or if he's sick for a while and you just gotta do what you gotta do, you know
If
what I
he
mean?
walk for a
Like,
while,
if he's sick, and
oh
he's
yeah,
gotta
That's
do-
true.
and you gotta
I
do
don't
what you
need
gotta
no
do.
reason.
Sometimes, hey,
My thing is, now it took me forever to get to the point where I could masturbate because I used to think the way that you thought. Oh, am I not being pleased? Am I not, that's why I have a man for, right? But then as I got older, I realized, wait, it's not about him. It is not about what he can or cannot do. It's about me empowering myself. I'm like, you know what? I just want to spend 3 minutes touching my clit with my tits and be done and go to sleep. I don't want to do cowgirl reverse. I don't want to blow nobody. I don't want to spend 30 minutes there. I just want to get up and go to sleep.
Get it
Say
over
that.
with.
And I can do it in under 3 minutes.
Free.
if they
So
can
when
do
you
it,
say
you
your
can do
husband is generous, you talking about the time?
I'm talking about what the time he spends on me.
Oh, okay.
Not generous and he spends the whole night long. I will be like, you gotta get off, man, because I can't do this.
Yeah.
For this shit. I got too many kids all day long. I want to sleep.
It's
No, I mean, like,
empowering for them.
when I
It's
say generous, I mean he takes his time on me, not on you go down on me, or he doesn't go, oh, we gotta do 69 in order for me to go down on you. Mm-mm. He's like, girl, that's my main deserve right there.
right,
So that's
right.
That's what I mean. Because I've had relationships where the guy wouldn't go down because he's like, oh, I don't like pussy, and I'm like, then I don't like dick. I'm not gonna go down on you either. I feel like that's so disrespectful. If he said that he can't go down on you, I'm like,
I think
so
I
it
like
makes you.
I've met men like that.
I like it too.
I've met men like that.
Yeah, I think I like it too much. Okay, because I'll go from that to the balls to the gooch. To
You say you like giving head too much? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I think it's just it's about me, about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
I'm gonna be real with me. After about a good 6-7 minutes, if you ain't hit the roof, then I'm tired. I don't know.
My husband has that too. I told my husband the same thing. I am not about to spend 30 minutes here with long jump.
Oh no.
oh yeah, no. Eventually,
No.
he takes over.
This shit is getting real.
I'm with Jalen. I'm with Jalen.
My jaws
Y'all
hurt.
crazy. These girls is
Listen,
crazy.
6 minutes is look. If you ain't got to the
6, 7,
damn
I'll give
point,
you 7. After that, I'm tired. My jaws hurt.
Hey,
It
I gotta
depends
make
on
sure
how
the
Thank
goal
you.
is
Thank
good.
you. I'm like, I got big teeth. So you know I gotta be careful too. You see all that? You see all that? No, I'm like, oh,
Cause I ain't got no real big mouth.
what?
Small. I have a small mouth on the inside. I'm tired.
Oh, yeah. Shoot.
So you
Most of
saying
my
that this is
girl,
based off of
I'm
mouth
like,
structure?
dude, all that
It
fucking
depends
girl
on
gotta
how
go
I
in
feel. It
there.
be times
wait, she
when
said I got a
that's
small
all I
mouth on
want
the
to do, and then
inside.
I don't want to be bothered, and I'm gonna go hard in the fucking paint. But then there's times I'm looking like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and swallow this shit, and that's it.
Oh,
Now,
no.
that's
See,
not-
I'm the bitch who doesn't swallow.
That's what I'm not.
I don't mean
Yeah.
when I say swallow, I meant the dick, not the.
Oh,
clit.
okay. I'm
Let me
like, I
clarify.
can't do it.
Listen,
I can't. I gotta.
It's hot
let me swallow
and
no dick.
slimy. I can't have that. I'm like, baby, are you almost
And
ready? Remember.
salty. And salty.
it depends on the man. If the man is taking care of himself, it tastes good. Okay.
Look, Jalen
You said it tastes
swallows,
good,
obviously.
but it's
If
still
the man,
slimy.
if the man is taking care of
This
himself,
man is taking
It's so
care of
hot.
himself.
It is so hot. I can't
Yeah.
get past that. I'm like, oh.
It's like spit or snot. Like
depends.
that's
It
the
depends.
texture.
It depends on the guy. Okay. Yeah.
Nope. I
Mm-mm.
Y'all
can't do it.
crazy as hell. Hey,
Hey,
Yeah, I can't do it. I cannot. I'm like, baby, I
I
will.
don't know kids. I
I'm
have
with
one
Jackie and Yolanda. It's the texture, it's all of that, and I'm not.
Yeah, it's how slimy it is, how hot it is, how I
It's
can't.
I don't
There
forget
is
about y'all
nothing
crazy
I
as hell.
eat. Listen, there is nothing I eat that resembles that. Nothing.
just imagine how we
I
are
like
today.
pudding.
at
I don't even
Wait.
like pudding,
Wait, Jalen,
okay?
what'd you say?
I
You don't
said,
want
just
no
imagine. I said, just imagine how we are to them. Smack me again. You
Oh, I'm great. What you saying?
sorry, I'm sorry, y'all. But we
You said
spray on
imagine
their
how we are
faces.
to them.
Yeah, we spray on their faces. We done.
Okay, I don't know. I've never.
I don't ask for that shit.
You don't, but you do it. Okay. But
They ask for all
They'll be
that.
all
I
right,
ain't
though.
asking for no slime
They'll be
in
all
my
right.
mouth.
I think that's just the me in me coming out. Okay. I
Right.
like to drink it if I ain't receiving it, and if it ain't on my back, I like to drink it. Okay.
No. Mm-mm.
You like
I don't need to
That's
drink
her
it.
preference.
That's true. Everybody's got their own. That's true. My preference is I'll get you off the
Ain't nothing
minute you're
wrong
about
with
to
her.
come. And
Ain't nothing wrong with her.
once it starts doing this, you know what it's about to go. You're like, oh, there we go. Let me finish it.
You
Let me
like
finish
to
it off.
I'm like,
You want to
I'm
drink
like,
it like a
nah,
cup?
let me get it for you. Let me get it for you. 'Cause, hey,
Y'all
it be
see, you don't
sometimes-
understand. Y'all don't understand. Y'all crazy as hell. First of all, let me start there. Number two, at number two, okay, I like Jalen happened to like that part of the whole rundown. You know what I'm saying? This is something that I particularly enjoy doing
But see,
because
both
I'm
of
a
y'all
pleaser.
y'all got mouths for that. I'm not gonna do none of that.
You said they got mouths for it?
They got mouths for that.
Skilled,
Hey,
skilled, pretty damn skilled.
What does she
But-
think about they got mouths for it?
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
The way y'all
Y'all,
mouths
you said y'all basically y'all mouths are built to hold nut. Like what am I missing?
y'all, the way y'all mouths are set up, y'all can go a long time doing that. Y'all
It's
can
not,
hold
no. I can get to the damn point whenever I feel like it, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I get
Right.
right to it.
And then sometimes he asks me like, "Hey, babe, spit in my mouth." I'm like, "Okay."
Okay, that's enough.
Now that's nasty.
He said to do what?
Jalen,
Nasty.
listen.
Oh, it's going down.
Hey,
Now
yeah,
that
I'm
ain't
going
that I
down.
ain't never understood. No,
Pornhub
They don't need to
levels
watch
up.
porn because they do
They
porn.
the porn.
They need an OnlyFans.
Hold on. Hold on.
They
need
Hold
an
on. We gotta
OnlyFans.
rewind.
On God
We gotta
knew.
rewind.
Okay.
You said
Listen.
he says what to you?
Sometimes he asks me like, "Babe, spit on my tongue," and I'm like, "Okay, gather it
Wait.
up, and we gonna do that."
People for shit
Y'all
like
some
this.
bona fide freaks. I tell you.
Oh,
I tell you, swear on God.
That is so freaky shit right there.
If you tell me that y'all be
sell
peeing
'em.
on each other, I'ma know something. Y'all better not be peeing on each other.
Y'all be
too.
peeing on each other.
Oh
Jay?
no, ma'am, we don't do that. No, ma'am. No.
Okay.
If it's peeing, it's that
That's
that
a
douche.
stream of income.
Yeah, the squirt.
Okay. Yeah. Because they said that it's the same thing, but
They said it's a mixture. It's a
Yeah.
mixture.
Of right.
but we know the real. It ain't no.
It don't be
It's
smelling like
different.
pee pee.
It's different. Yeah.
That's
I've never squirted in my life.
this is all for little
Really?
Rose.
Never.
Oh my God!
Get you a
it's
roll.
And he's
okay.
tried. He's
wanna
tried and tried and tried. I've never.
Look, baby.
Get you
It
a
ain't
rose
about
if you ain't
him.
never
It's about
squirted.
you.
Get you a rose.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I try to relax and I just try to enjoy it. And I enjoy it, but I'm like, I can't get there.
No, you gotta
That's
push
what I'm finna
now.
say.
You
I
gotta.
want to know what
you
y'all
gotta-
reaction was the first time y'all squirted.
I was excited because I'm like, yes. Let me do
I
it
felt like my soul was leaving my body. I was like,
Yo, hey,
It was
the
big.
legs was shaking, everything. Look, everything was shaking.
I saw stars.
I'm
And that's
done.
okay. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to go
I
again.
saw
I'm trying to do it again.
stars.
There's a baby right there.
I just want to know. Okay, so Jackie, you
That's
said
crazy as hell.
Pardon me? I
Oh
can't hear you.
shit! It's the
Jackie,
stars
you
for
said
me.
you never experienced that.
I couldn't. Hold on. Say it again.
You said you never experienced that. Is that what you were saying?
Nope, never have. I've, had my orgasms. Oh
Yeah.
my God, I've had orgasms, but I've never had a orgasm with squirting or
Because
squirting at all.
You
Never
gotta
have.
push it out. You gotta have it's on you. It's not on the man. You gotta push it out.
Right, like I don't know what it is.
I don't know about that because it seems like that squirt just happens. Like you don't even know that it's finna
It
happen.
be a spot. It be a spot that gets touched. It's an area that gets in a rhythm that gets going.
It's that spot right there.
But it's
Are you talking
also
about
And
the
then
G
there's a
spot?
swelling, and then there's a
It
No,
there you
my
go.
G
It goes
spot
up.
gets swollen. It does, because we've made it a point to try. Like I want to. And he's stimulated and I'm like, baby, I feel the pressure there. But after a while, I'm like, oh, I'm so tired to keep trying to just forget it.
you gotta
It'll happen. It'll
you
happen.
gotta clinch. You
It'll
gotta
probably
clinch.
happen when you least expect it.
Yeah, you gotta
That's
clinch.
true.
You gotta do something in yourself to clinch and hold it and build it up, and then it'll just spray up.
Mm.
I've done it. I haven't done it. Trust and believe. I know. Like
Now,
Yeah.
is that one of those things where
It be
once
hitting
you're a
me.
squirter, you're always a squirter, or you just have to work to get to that?
no, it's something. It's a
It's
It
the
does.
ultimate
It does.
climax.
yeah.
It
It's
don't
something.
always happen.
Yeah.
So you guys have
It
all
doesn't always
squirted?
happen. It has only happened a couple
Look,
of times.
we don't want you to feel left out. She said, so y'all all have?
You all have? I just got, dang it.
Yeah, sometimes it's the
You're
angle.
right. Let's
I feel like a total you.
It's the angle too, because if you sitting upright and you hunch back and they hitting a certain spot, trust and believe it's gonna
Say
slide
hunch
all
back.
over.
It's always happened when I was on my back. If that helps. I don't know if that was everybody else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and if you in the restroom sitting up on the toilet and your leg is up and they hitting it up front, it's gonna squirt out. It just depends on the position.
Look at her face. She said, she's like, I'm going to try that tonight.
I'm taking notes. I'm like memorizing everything.
It's Rhonda's facial expression.
Baby,
She like,
let's go.
No, when it happens, it's uncontrollable. It's not something that you can Holding
It
is
feels
just
so good.
These locations and
found
these
it.
positions, and I'm like, I ain't never think about that.
Clean up on now now. Clean up on now
Like,
now.
Lord have
you
mercy.
put your legs up, and I'm like, wait a minute. I know
Are
I
we
was
talking about
shit, but that
the
wasn't one
public
of them.
bathroom or your bathroom?
Your bathroom, honey. What?
I was gonna say, what you doing in
I
the
don't know,
public
but y'all
bathroom?
some freaks. I don't know what y'all be doing and where y'all be doing it.
See, I'm big, so niggas that fuck with me know shit like that ain't even possible. Don't even try it. We have to be somewhere where there's room. Let's start
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Certain places we just ain't gonna fuck, and he already know that. So don't try it.
Yeah.
We too big.
George, we about to no, man. We about the same size. You could do that. You can quit that
No.
hype.
in a public
Us big asses can fold up and do some shit too. Quit pretending.
I'm not getting pretzeled on a toilet in a stall, in a bathroom, public bathroom stall. That's not no
in your
space.
own
In your
bathroom.
home. In your own bathroom.
Your own. You
Okay.
ain't do that shit in the public. I don't even want to go in the public bathroom.
Look.
Exactly. You good.
The most I'ma do in my bathroom is bend over. Now, have fun.
And you can put your legs up. If you having a little drinkity drink, trust them leave. You never know what you're capable
That's
of.
right.
Okay.
Them knees, you get them Meg knees on. What the hell you finna
Okay.
do?
See, y'all talking another language to me because these knees are very poor. Okay, don't judge me. They're poor.
Hey,
They're very
I'm
poor.
not-
They don't do much.
You better
As
find
young
which
as
one
I
to give you them knees,
listen,
baby, because this
listen.
one I'm gonna give you the Meg knees.
okay. And
It's
I'm
somebody
the youngest
who
of the
gives
bunch.
the
I'm the
Meg.
youngest of the
I
bunch.
want the Meg knees.
You
I
gotta
want them
figure out
bad.
which liquor help you think you Meg, baby. Because one of them
Okay.
liquors gonna make them knees do some shit they ain't done before.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen. I've been pushed. But these see the like for me, I'm just gonna be honest. I just like to be places. I'm a comfort person. All right, all around. I'm a comfort person. I like to be at home. That's where I'm comfortable. I don't wear heels. I like to be comfortable. I wear clothes that are comfortable. I don't squeeze my
Yes.
big ass into shit that don't fit. I like comfort. So if I'm gonna be having sex, I prefer to be
Comfort.
in a nice
Yeah,
size
comfort of
bed. That's where I
I'm the
prefer
comfort
to
of my
be.
bed. Okay.
Hey, baby.
I don't really want to be like in no compromising places like, oh, we gotta lean the seat all the way back in the car, bend this leg, one leg in the back seat, one leg in the front. Like this shit weird, and I'm big and it's hot. And it's hot.
I did that in my early 20s.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm gay.
I used to do it in the car.
I am
All
gay.
the time. That's how
Hey,
my
I
first
used to
one was
do it in the
made.
car.
That didn't happen.
Now,
gay.
Oh yeah, in
Yeah.
the early 20s. I think Duchess was made in the car. I do believe she was.
Yep.
I think she was.
My oldest
I
was
think
made
she
in the
was.
car too.
Yeah, I think she was. If I timed things right, I think that was it.
have y'all ever gave y'all men head before they done went to work in the car? Like dropping them off, giving them head at the stoplight, and then
No,
to work.
yeah, maybe before you
Your
Your
go
life
to
is so
work.
exciting. Like that, your shit be so exciting. Like, I really want to know, like, where to subscribe because, like, shit like this.
That's why y'all be fighting like that. Or was.
Or was right because they shit wow.
You gotta be.
They shit wow. No, I don't think I've ever done that one.
I'm
Not on the way to
I
work.
ain't never
Not on the
did
way to
that.
work. But yeah, in the
To
bed,
work,
while
but yes,
everybody's
in the
just
car.
talking.
Now,
I'm gonna be at the light. We got too many cameras on our lights for them to
yes,
send me a ticket for being nasty in the front seat.
It's okay.
Right.
You got cameras in your phone. They
Now-
watch everything.
now,
So-
like if you're on I-70 going to Columbus,
That's a long ways, and I need you to focus, don't I? On the damn highway.
No, you gotta pull over sometimes. I
That's
can't
the
pull
thrill.
over
listen,
on the
I'm gonna tell you
highway.
something. It's
That's
3
the
o'clock in the
thrill.
morning.
On the way to work at the stoplight. Like, put that up and let's go and make this money. I don't need you tired on your way to work because I'm gonna try to
They're
drink.
gonna be
So I
tired
don't need you
anyway.
tired.
Well, it's either you hit them before or hit them after. They're gonna be tired. Anyway. It's either you hit them before or you hit them after. 'Cause they're gonna be tired anyway. Okay.
Well, I get you. Now with James, when he get up at 5, I catch him up before he get up and take a shower and have his coffee, so he got him a little energy. But on the way to work, now I need you to keep all that energy.
I'm not a morning person.
Look, I'm with you.
Morning person. I don't like waking up in the morning. So ain't nothing happening in the morning.
I'm with you.
Afternoons, evening, night, morning. Don't bother me.
When you get waking up to it, it be.
What you need to do in the morning is make me breakfast and give me a cup of coffee.
See, I do it
So,
all.
so you only have sex at night?
Or the afternoon. It's just the mornings. I'm just grumpy. I'm not a morning person. I'm grumpy. So I'm like, don't touch me, don't look at me, don't talk to me like to anybody. I'm grumpy.
Say that. You can find me any other.
I've been in that to woke up
Any other time is fine, but the mornings,
I don't
don't
like the rollover. Some people do this, but some people don't. I don't like the rollover in the morning, get right to it. I really like to wash my face and kind of open my eyes, get the crust out before I get to it.
Just presentable a little bit. I'm like, oh,
I've done it that way, but I didn't like it because I felt like I had to keep my head
slide it in.
Like I didn't
on top of me. I'm like, let's go 100% of the time.
And I'm like trying to moan quiet because my breath funky. So I'm trying to moan on a whisper moan. Like
you knew what you was getting into when you came over here. You knew what you was getting. That's what
trying to be considerate. Trying to be considerate. I'm all uncomfortable.
You woke me up.
Very considerate.
No, don't bother me in the morning.
I think that's what we know about.
Now, when I say morning, I mean morning. I don't mean like 11 a.m. because that's just not morning anymore. I've already been out for like 6 hours. That's a whole different story. But if it is 7 a.m. and I'm about to start my day, don't bother me because I already know what's going to happen the rest of my day. I got 2 babies that are 3 years old. They're going to be up in 30 minutes, screaming in my ear for food, needing diaper changes. I am not mentally prepared for nothing. And no amount of orgasm is going to prepare me anyway. So don't bother me. Don't bother me in the morning. Okay? Just get me a cup of coffee. That's orgasmic to me.
Do you enjoy? I'm just curious. Do you enjoy your sex life, right?
I do. I just not in the mornings.
It's not in the morning. Okay.
I'm not a morning. I love my husband. I love my kids. I don't love them so much in the mornings. I'm like, I don't like nobody in the morning. Nobody.
Like crystal clear.
I mean, even going to work, I remember when I had to go to the office, I was like, oh, I'm staying in my desk. I want to not get my coffee first. I need to prepare myself for the rest of my day. Now, after 11 a.m., I'm all good and perky and good to go. It's just those first few hours of waking up. I'm a monster.
She's going to be woke.
I don't.
I get it.
I don't.
Georgie,
all I need, give me about an hour. Just give me about an hour. I'm with you on the coffee. I'm an avid coffee drinker. I drink my coffee within 30 minutes of me being woke. Let me get my coffee in me. Let me rinse my mouth out and wipe the shit out my face. Because when I feel like I said, I've definitely done the rollover and fuck. But the rollover and fuck was always uncomfortable because I think I'm an overthinker too, y'all. I'm an overthinker.
Right.
So I'm like, do he see the crust in my eyes? Like,
you're already all up in your head. You're all in your head, so you can't enjoy it.
Rhonda said you knew what you was getting into when you rolled your ass over here. You knew what you was doing.
Yeah, but see, I'm too, y'all, like I said, though, y'all know I'm considerate. So I'm like, I'm trying to make sure I'm still cute, but I'm not cute. And I'm thinking about how I look, and I probably shouldn't be, but I still want to look good enough.
Them men do not be caring.
They do not.
Maybe just hit it from the back. Just hit it from the back. Just hit it from the back, bro.
And do it quick. After we done lived together and you done seen me through my worst and I done seen you through your worst, I don't even care. But if it's the early part and we just getting together, I could see that. But after we done been in this shit for some time, baby, you knew. You know I
You don't
got
even have to kiss, so
I
just
got
get to
some
it.
cheese. Like
Let's
what you
enjoy
mad
this.
about? Yeah, like this was he
Exactly.
signed up for.
And I think for me, what it is that my schedule is all over the place with my special needs fund and all these kids and everything else. Listen, whenever we can fit time in, I'm taking it. I don't care what nobody say.
Mhm.
Shit, baby, sleep. Come on, baby.
That too.
Come on. Let's
Yeah.
Hello,
get
because
to it.
that Sunday mornings at 7:00.
Yeah, hey,
Faithful. Any other
yeah.
time during the
Get
week, it's whatever. But Sunday mornings at 7:00, he gonna be ready. He want to see him before he go to church.
Jesus.
Okay, okay.
like
Listen,
clockwork.
So he can
Like
repent.
clockwork, baby.
what they
Sunday
say,
morning.
He said so he can repent.
Yep.
Album 360. Yes,
A reason to go to
You
church
want to
now.
go see him before you go to church, right? Okay.
ma'am.
Get washed off.
Get that walk.
Go dip yourself a little bit.
Say
Yeah.
get washed off.
Get
Hey,
washed
because
off.
Gotta get
that's
that
that
dust
pure
off.
water. That's that pure water that's rinsing them off. Shit, why not give
Well,
it
I
to him?
keep taking his ass apparently. I'm taking it now.
That's how I easily went from 1 to the 2 to the 3. Okay,
Easily.
but I'm working on it. I'm trying to save myself.
Say save yourself.
You said save yourself for what? You married or no?
No, we live by it, but no, we ain't sign those papers because, well, I say that to say because a lot of people marry each other now for social media purposes or for
Mhm.
other people. You know what I mean? I want to get married because I feel like, okay, we done got over our hump. We done, did this, did that. We are financially stable. We are where we want to be. And at the end of the day, no paper's going to change the love that we have for each other. You know what I mean? So, whenever we are financially ready and I get what I want as far as my marriage go, then that's when we going to do the thing. But other than that, as long as we live by it, and we got these kids down pat, then I ain't worried about no damn papers. Because at the end of the day, I'm your wife, you my husband, that's what we gonna do. But what everybody else talk about. You know what I mean?
And it's your relationship. It's nobody's business either. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to get married, you're gonna get married. You don't. It's your relationship. That's what you want. That's all that matters.
Exactly. And a lot of times these relationships now, these marriages now, they get married. Oh, they'll be happily in love, but trust and believe they get divorced in 12 months. Who want to do that? No.
Yeah,
Right. No.
I ain't doing that. Just trust and believe.
Yeah.
Divorce ain't in my dictionary. So if you gonna marry me,
it's
trust
in
and
mine.
believe,
I got
we
one under
gonna
my
die.
belt.
We gonna die together.
She said this in mine. Yeah, it's definitely the relationship, but then the papers bring a lot. They bring a covenant to it. You know what I mean? It's deeper. Like a lot of time we base it like, oh, I don't care what other people think, but it's like you got to have your stuff covered too. Because, like for instance, we just had
My brother. Y'all about to say my brother who just passed. So
like
I already knew I knew you was about to go there. And that
like,
paper would have meant some shit if she had it.
Yeah, he was running around telling people that she was his wife, and she's a beautiful, person. But it was so gruesome how it played out to the point where even though she lived as his wife, she had no say so in his marriage.
No.
Like, it was so hurtful because you would have thought that it would have went a different way. You get what I'm saying? But it's
something going on with your sound.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, your audio would sound like you far away.
Yeah.
Okay, what about now?
No, it still sounds like.
I mean, we can hear you, but it sound like
it almost like echoey.
Yeah.
I don't know what's doing that. But it's a lot of power that comes with being a wife. It's a lot of
and
the spirit and the natural.
And that we understand that, but it's like with our situation, by me having a complex care need child, and just I think what we are doing is until he could get his kidney transplant, and then until we could both be on the same level financially, we're not really worried about it. You know what I mean?
Y'all got other
But
shit going on.
yeah, we got a lot of shit going on, and a lot of times in our cases, I'm I'm literally living off the government, damn near. Because if I make some money, they gonna take all kind of benefits away from me. That's gonna provide for my complex care child. You know what I mean?
Right.
They want our families to be in low poverty, literally poverty,
Mm-hmm.
because oh, it's either you gonna make some money or you gonna care for this child. And my kid come first. I don't give a damn about no money. You know what I mean? So I gotta do what I
Right.
gotta do as a mom, even though we didn't choose this lifestyle, it just is what it is. My child's life is on the line.
Okay, so I got a quick question then. I got a quick question
Okay.
because it seems like the stipulation on the marriage is more financial. So what if you guys are never y'all income? Let's just say 5 years from now, the income never matches. So like how long? You feel what I'm saying?
Like, what is your goal? Like, do you
Yeah,
have
like
a
how long are you
threshold?
gonna
Yeah.
wait?
Well, since in our case, we are close to transplant. Like my son, he's literally on the borderline of getting a transplant.
Right.
So once he gets a transplant, then he will be able to technically live a normal lifestyle. You know what I mean? As long as I do what I need to do on my end to give him his proper meds and all that. So once he gets over that, and we all get over that, then I will be able to do what I need to do. But at the end of the day, as far I'm sure Georgie understand what I'm trying to say. As far as our lives go, we never know what might happen. And that's knocking on wood.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
understand that because I have my son has autism,
Yeah.
and my daughter, my twin, she has cerebral palsy
Okay.
and a brain bleed. So the reason I'm a stay-at-home mom is because it costs more to work than it would if I stay at home.
Yeah.
Because daycare is $250 a week per child, and I
Yeah.
got two twins. That's
Right.
that's $500 a week, and times four, that's $2,000 a month. And the job that I got at the hospital, because I'm trying to go to school for a nurse, the job that I got there was $13 an hour. That was basically paying daycare. So I had to stay
That's it.
home.
Yeah.
So I kind of understand what you mean about the financial part, because you got to pay for the insurance. That insurance has to be paid. Those babies need to be taken care of. My husband thankfully has really good health insurance.
Yeah.
So it's covered. It's thankfully we're covered. But had I been in your position as a single mom, I would have definitely stayed single, because I knew the government was going to pay for any procedure that my daughter needs. And she
Yeah.
needs a lot. She gets physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and feeding therapy weekly,
Hmm.
on top of her orthopedic doctor's appointment, neurologist, neurosurgeon. She gets the gastroenterologist. She gets endocrine appointments. She got everything because she's all over. It's cerebral palsy. It's not just one little part. It's every part of your body. So she has to see all these doctors.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I gotta stay home because I can't afford to pay for daycare when I already know there's all these things coming. So I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, but and also in my life, I'm everything is up under my name. Only because with the government, oh, you got to be married in order to do this, do that, da da da.
Yeah.
But if I could do the benefits, and if I get the benefits, then your money is your bonus. You know what I mean? You don't live with me, but you live with me. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I'm not about to tell them nothing about you. No, we ain't together. I ain't seen him. I ain't heard from him. I don't know. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we gotta do what we gotta do. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just hard for me to get ahead because of this SSI. You see what I'm saying? Like, but if I went to work,
Yeah, they try to keep you captive for sure.
they do.
It
They
is.
do.
It's a mean setup.
It is.
For my little boy who has arthrogryposis, which I think in some ways it's somewhat similar to some degree to the cerebral palsy, because
Mhm.
it deals with, like, for my son,
The
it's the muscle
nerves and the
contractions and
muscles.
the joints in
Mhm.
his body and stuff. So,
Yeah.
like, same thing there. Like, I couldn't work when he was first born. Like, I couldn't. Like, I think Roy was probably like 2 going on 3 years old when I went back to work.
My
And
son
I
Leo
had
was
to.
in class with Royal.
Remember, I told
Was
Georgie that they was in the
I think
same
you did
classroom.
tell me that.
Yeah.
I think you
Mhm.
did tell me that. I
I have
finally, like,
graduation person when they graduated from, like, I think it was it first
Kindergarten.
grade or kindergarten? Kindergarten.
Yeah.
I got pictures of
yeah.
Royal in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Mhm.
That's crazy. Small
Yep.
world. Small world. But with my baby, like, I didn't have the option of a guy. I didn't have a husband.
Right.
I didn't have a man. I didn't have a nothing. So I had to get my ass out there and
Yeah.
work
Yeah.
it. You feel me? Like, I had to get out here and work it like a motherfucking stripper. You hear me? Like, I had to make it clap. You hear
Girl,
me? And get
yeah.
my little coins together. You know what I mean? On top of, like, other struggles that I was dealing with, personal struggles that I was dealing with. On top of that, you know what I mean? So I know what it's like to feel like you in this thing. Like, I was living in low income housing. I was living in income based housing out in Centerville. And the minute I got a job, my rent went up to, like, almost $800. Like, I went from paying $200 something a month to, like, $800 something. I'm like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? Like, it's
Because
meant,
you got a
the
job.
programs is meant to keep you captive. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
the minute you do something to better yourself, they've taken it away from you. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You paying $800 in rent for a what the fuck ass apartment. You feel me? Like, you know
When
what I'm
it
saying?
should be
But
the other way around. I believe it should be the
It
other way
should.
around. If
Exactly.
you have
It
children
should.
and you want to get a job, they should pay for your daycare. They should pay for your kids' health insurance so that you can financially provide for your child,
Yep.
their well-being, so
Yeah.
that you can be in a good location, so that you can send your kids to a good
Everything.
school.
But you know
But
what's
because
Even the
they
crazy?
just
Social
want to help
Security.
you
They give
to
the
stay
foster
down.
care
The
mom
Social
everything.
My
Security,
kid
the
doesn't
minute
even
you get
apply.
a job, the Social Security go down it is.
Goes. Yeah, my
The
kid can't
SSI,
even.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't get
This,
any of it.
you
My
can't
my
work.
daughter cannot qualify for any, even though it's cerebral palsy. She can because my husband works.
Mm-mm.
See,
Wow.
that's
That's
crazy.
crazy. It is.
Zero.
That's crazy. These is babies that,
It is
you know,
crazy because the
really,
income level we are making $200 more than what they require for a household
see,
of
that's some
5.
bullshit.
But
$200. I looked at her like, you're not counting rent, car payments, car
everything.
insurance, food. I mean, my daughter's on special food.
Yep.
Right.
Groceries a week is like $200, $250
Yep.
with this inflation
Right.
weekly. They don't care. They're like, oh no, you got a job.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Go hungry.
They don't care about all that.
Mm-mm.
They don't care about all that. My son
They
just
go
waited 6 months
backwards.
for a joystick. 6 months for a joystick for his wheelchair. He couldn't go to school or
Oh.
nothing. When school started, he went to school the first 2 days. They sent his ass home. Said, wait
Poor
for your
baby.
joystick. 6 months. 6.
That's awful. And I don't know what we're going to do.
independence.
I have no idea
It's
what
like,
they
God
expect us to
forbid he was
do.
a grown man. You know.
So terrible.
It's tough.
Yeah,
But that's a
those,
whole nother episode.
Ooh.
We probably need to bring you ladies back for that episode, talking about parenting. That's a topic. That's really a topic.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Ooh, because y'all can tell you
So-
stories.
I know you can. I know you can.
You
Yeah.
see these gray
And
hairs?
so we
No,
got-
just like-
I'm sure we all have plenty. I'm sure we all have plenty, but we definitely have to do a part 2 of this.
Yeah.
We are running into almost 3 hours. So
Dang, that's crazy.
It's-
Rhonda,
it's
like, that
fun
has it been
as-
having too much fun over here.
Yeah.
But it be like that. It really do. It be like that. Like we were like, damn, we've been on here for 2 hours. Yeah.
we having a ball. We having a ball as we should. Look, I done had to come up on my wig. Look, it got
I
hot.
looked up, bro, and I'm like, where the
Just getting
hell?
all comfy over there, like, all good, all relaxed.
Yes.
Y'all know I don't like hair for real. I really
That's
don't
that
like hair.
comfort. That's that comfort.
Right.
I like to be
She's
comfortable.
all about comfort.
Yes.
It's all about comfort.
I looked
Take
up
it
and
off.
it was
So yes.
gone.
Have to get it
Whenever
off
y'all
of
do
me.
it again, whenever y'all do it again,
But-
just let me know, because I'll definitely be down to talk.
Same.
I definitely, yeah, and we definitely will. We got some really good topics coming up where we gonna definitely want to have more women
This
on here,
was
and of course we're gonna have
fun, you
men back
guys.
again, and
Fun.
our parents and all that type of stuff. But this was
Every
really
day.
fun, and I really like that you guys were very open and honest and
Exactly.
vulnerable. You know what I mean?
I'm
And I
always
really
like that.
appreciate
Shania know
that.
me. Shania knows. I talk.
All three of them, to be honest, I knew what I was doing when I did it.
Clearly.
That's what she shows us. There was a reason behind this.
Well,
Yeah,
like I was telling
yeah.
Jalen, it was based off of like a first come, first serve. Like whoever responded to fast, okay, let me hurry up and get you. You said, okay, I'm ready.
I was doing
Rhonda might have been
dialysis that day, so I couldn't respond.
I know, but see, I told you too when I messaged you. I said, look, since now that I know, I'm gonna reach out to you because you already let me know that whenever you guys ready, okay, cool. So
Like, I be needing this. I know people here, but I don't really know people here. You know what I mean? Like,
you mean on the podcast?
in Columbus. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
okay, I got you.
I like to talk. You know what I mean? You know, I gotta get my story out there. Period. But I don't have no filter
Right.
either. So
Neither do
And we
I.
don't want you to have no filter.
We can
and that's the
appreciate
key.
that. We can
We don't
appreciate
want you to have
that.
no filter. Not nan three of y'all got a filter.
A little bit, just a little bit.
Girl, who
Did
is
you?
talking to?
Yeah, I don't
you
feel like I
talking
got
to?
any filters tonight. I feel like everything was raw, no cut. Everything was
Okay.
raw, no cut.
But that's what
Filtered a
ladies'
little bit,
night
just a little.
is. It's raw and uncut.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's
And I'm
it.
sure we all be needing that. Because
Oh,
we do.
God.
look, these men's they don't understand our
They
time.
don't. They're good men. My man is good, but
Yeah,
it's not the
mine too.
same. It's not the same.
And you guys, the funny
And
thing
it's
is, when
not.
we have the men's night, they're well, especially my Chris, very raw and uncut. Like
I
you just-
enjoy those. I love listening to their side, their point of view. Because I was like, wait a minute, wait. Chris, hold
Exactly.
on. You went out a little too far there, man. What do you mean 7 times a day? Who got that?
7 fucking times a day, and he ain't bullshit neither. See, that's like, what do you think this
He
is?
want to screw all the time.
My God is going to fall off. It's going to
Anytime they get
fall
too
the fuck off.
quiet, he want to screw.
Oh my God.
I'll be out the bunch and I'll tap out. I'll let
You know, I always wonder why Shannon was coming to work all kind of tired and stuff.
Because
Oh,
back
man.
to the no. I just said too, I'm not a morning person, so we're not doing that in the morning. It might have been a long session the night before. But not in the morning.
It's the long session the night before for me. Y'all
We ain't
crazy.
doing nothing at 5 a.m.
I'm not even awake.
Don't wake me up with that. You better turn him that way. Put your sword up.
I'm
Look,
like, you got 22
your
more
weapons
hours left
down.
of the day. Hold up. Hold it up. Okay, hold up.
like for real.
Give
Yeah,
me
they-
2 hours
they're
to
different.
myself, please.
Yeah, I was saying with the guys on here is very interesting. So yeah, we definitely will have to do this again with the ladies. And like she said, we got a lot of good topics. Oh Lord, like people with toxic relationship with parents. We got topics with
Oh, I got stories about that too.
See, look, I know you got I got a story with that too. Or just even
Would you
mother-in-laws.
date somebody with a shady past? That's the one I want to know.
That too.
The one with the what?
With a shady past, dating somebody who got a shady past.
Oh,
Mm,
Jesus.
mm, mm.
I'll tell y'all about this one.
See?
Ooh-wee.
That was my one time I was one and done. I didn't want to get my lick back.
I didn't want to get my big back.
Nah, he made a believer out of me.
Yeah. All right.
Y'all
Well,
so
George, you
funny.
go on and George wrap us up.
What's up, baby?
Okay, so we got some really we want to thank the ladies for coming on and you guys making this time to get on here. Like I said, be honest and open and vulnerable. We appreciate you guys lending this time with us. The topics tonight were should you go inside that man or that woman's phone without their permission? We had a couple of different opinions about that. Some people said go ahead on and get your Dora the Explorer on, and a few other people was like, you know, give them their privacy and let things unfold how they shall unfold. Other topic was, come on, Shannon, real quick. Where Matt? I done smoked and
The
drank. Where
second
we
one
at?
was cheater. If the cheater cheats, should you take the cheater back?
If
under
the
what
cheater
circumstance?
cheats, should you take the cheater back? And
And
under
what
what
are the conditions?
circumstances? Now, I believe all of these women on here, at least on this panel tonight, expressed that they probably would give that second chance as far as that goes. But there would be some damn good repercussions for the actions. And going forward, there would have to be some change. But anyways, it was a good night tonight. Great topic, good laughs. Love you all. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thank you,
You're
baby.
welcome.
Pleasure,
Thank
ladies.
you.
Y'all have a good night.
You
You
too.
too,
Good
baby.
night.
Wonderful. Okay. Good night.